if I do.
Covino and Rich.
Are you ready? Honestly, how do I deal with you every day?
Get ready.
Turn on that on the radio.
Get ready.
Whoa! Yeah!
Holy mother nugget! And holy mother meatball!
I'm the smartest man alive! You're so ridiculous. What? You're such a fool. Get out of here.
Oh, I'm a disc jockey.
What's a disc jockey?
Turn it up. Turn the show. Here we go. Covino and Rich.
Let's go!
All right, Monday!
Sorry for the 5-minute delay. Rich was tending to his rose bushes.
Snip, snip.
Tending his garden. Dr. Brownthumb.
You've been hanging.
It's like Brett Gardner.
Dickie Brownthumb.
Except he's getting more action. It's Covino and Rich.
What up?
Sports, entertainment, life. Hope you had a great weekend. Shakur
Hey.
Stevenson sort of weekend.
A new month. A big week.
It's the 2nd of the month. And we're 3 days away from the big fiesta. Let's be rocking out. Let's go. Rocking out on May 2nd, yeah. Oh, my God. Thank you guys for being here. Hope you had a great weekend, a victorious weekend. Katie Taylor, women's heavyweight champ, sort of weekend. Hope you enjoyed your NBA playoffs. I hope you had things to be proud of. I hope you enjoyed your gabagool
Mozzarella.
and your mozzarella.
When your moves,
That's Rich Davis, Steve Covino. Let's have a great week. May is full of fun.
Yeah.
Something
May.
takes a part of May.
You've seen all the memes. You've from Justin Timberlake to who is that?
Corn. And in just 2 days, May the 4th be with you if I don't see you. And also with you.
See?
But yeah, lots to be excited about. The big fiesta. We're going to have like a guac off here in the studio.
We're not even together that day. Yeah.
We're not doing
I'll
anything?
I'll explain why.
No fiesta, nothing? Piñata party?
You want to like come over and we'll have like feed each other guac or something?
Want to go get tacos for real?
No.
Fuck you guys. I'll go by myself.
Fuck you.
I'll go to Tequila. I'm going to read Tequila Mockingbird.
It's like everyone else is going to be at tequila on
Everyone
Cinco de
else
Mayo.
and me then.
All right.
Spot's
So-
making it seem like having Mexican food on Cinco de Mayo is like drinking on New Year's Eve.
With his bud, no less.
Yeah,
but if
doesn't
it was
wanna
his
do it.
like random friend Sam, he'd be there all dressed up and sassy. So welcome to the show. Sports, entertainment, life is Covino and Rich.
yeah.
Welcome to the world of Covino and Rich.
Speaking of life, happy National Life Insurance Day.
Whatever the fuck that means.
Oh, life insurance.
I
Remember
thought
you
it
had
was-
that
I
with
thought it
part of
was
your
hard-
benefits back in the day?
Fuck, do I not have
You
life
have-
insurance
I don't
now?
think you have life insurance anymore.
No, I think it's included in my
Oh, it
plan,
is?
right? I mean, in my new plan.
I don't, maybe.
Oh,
Do you
shit.
have Cobra?
No, I
You
have
definitely don't have life
Oh, yeah,
insurance.
he has Eagle Fang.
It used to be
Eagle Fang insurance.
like twice your salary was what they would cover.
Oh, he has Eagle Fang insurance. If something happens to you, they give your family Coors
I have a
Banquet.
new insurance plan. I'm pretty sure I'm covered on it. I got to figure that out. That's a good point. But yeah, life insurance day. Enjoy it.
Your health insurance is not like car insurance, where if you get destroyed, they cover they cover the whole price.
Well, I don't have separate life insurance. I can tell you that. Should I be covered? Yeah, because guess what? I'm on lithium, SXM lithium all week long, along with SXM Turbo. I got more jobs than fucking Tom Morello at SiriusXM. Tom Morello has like 6 different shows.
Damn.
From Rage Against the Machine. It's not that the guy needs the money. I don't know why he does it. For the love of it, I guess, for the love of the game. But leave some for someone else. So I should have insurance. I have my own insurance. But who cares about that? It's also National Harry Potter Day. Isn't it, Spot?
International Harry Potter Day.
Oh, happy international. Where's your wand?
In my pants.
Oh, no. Nice.
Sarah was just at the kids' school.
Yeah.
Dropping off Emmy and Ben. And was showing the teacher something on her phone.
Oh, no.
When a text from me popped up.
Said, let me see that ass.
No, I sent Sarah a meme. Spot, I just sent it to the CNR show. So Sarah is showing the teacher, hey, here's like probably a picture of the kid or something doing something. And this pops up.
Shame.
You're trying to figure out today's Wordle.
Oh, maybe they were trying to figure out a Wordle and this popped up. I just thought
She
it
was
was
playing
funny.
Nerdle with the teacher.
What?
Yeah.
Jesus, Rich.
I said this.
When you order a vibrator online and the charging cable is shorter than you expected, you send that to your wife?
Who is this?
You guys are weird, man.
This chick's hot. Who is she?
You don't think that's funny?
No, not really.
Who's this girl? I want to know more about her.
You don't think that's funny?
It's all right. I mean, it's not like laugh out loud funny.
That's a perky butt. Who is this?
But it's 9 a.m. in the morning, and that's what you're sending Sarah? Man, you guys are freaky deaky.
That's what's funny.
Is it dirt?
You have
It's not that funny.
you have
dude.
time limits on your funny? Like, oh, it's got to be.
I don't think it's that funny. to
After
be
hours.
honest. I think she's got a nice hiney, but I don't think it's that funny.
It's like, you know, when
If
your
you're not-
phone charger's too short, get it? Like she's by the wall because
Right,
the
that's,
charger for the vibrator. Okay, fine. That's not funny.
I'm gonna have fun making that cat tattoo.
I mean,
purr.
do you think your daughter's teacher thinks it's funny?
I don't know. I'll find out when
It doesn't
Sarah gets
matter
home.
what I think. Who cares what I think? By the way, it doesn't pay to have an opinion nowadays. So that's my neutral stance. I don't know. Hey, great one. Good. I don't know. Thumbs up. And I'll explain why in a few minutes. But I hope you had a great weekend. I really did. I hope you enjoyed the fights, the NBA playoffs, all your mean runs to Costco and Target and Home Depot, all the gardening you did. I hope you enjoyed a nice cocktail. Let's have a nice week. Let's try anyway. And thanks for all the feedback. I do want to give a few shout outs.
You sound so. You already gave up on the week.
Yeah, I gave up because of people's reactions. But I do have some shout outs to give.
Oh.
Eduardo Barrera, thank you. Chad Adams, what's up? Juan Manuel Rivera, thank you.
Did he fight this weekend?
No,
No.
he may have, though.
Sounds like a fighter.
Thank you, Juan.
Sounds like someone, Covino's like, yo, this weekend, did you see Chocolatito? He fought Juan Manuel Rivera. Middleweight champ.
I don't even like Chocolatito. However, the guy's a legend, and he still got it. But all the ones.
You should really do a co-brand sponsorship with Tito's and have Chocolatito.
Yeah.
Chocolatito sounds good.
Right?
Yeah.
They can make chocolate vodka.
Yeah.
Chocolatito's a boxer that Rich always references.
He's your favorite.
And I'm not even really a fan, but the dude's nasty. Shout out to all the ones. Bonnie B. What's up, Bonnie B?
Yeah.
Kelly Domino. I'm a huge fan. And Jeffrey Heisey Jr. Jeffrey Hayes. Jeffrey Heiss. Thank you
Some great shout outs.
for all the support. Thank you guys for your subscription this month.
Oh, yeah.
And let's have the most kick-ass May yet.
Now,
What does the dude on The Bachelor say?
Oh, it's the most
Dramatic season.
dramatic season yet.
We're gonna have the most dramatic month yet, and by the looks of like everything going on in my personal life, you might actually get that.
It might
Who
be
knows?
there is going to be game changers on
Who
the horizon.
knows?
There
Who
has to be.
This is great.
And for the tier plus people,
I'm pretty good.
for people that are getting the little extra plus tier, right now, Nick Cage, an old school interview with Nick Cage, a classic, the original flip-flop argument back in the day,
You know what makes a cameo
going
on
old
that?
school.
You know what makes a cameo in that? Jose.
Jose. Probably talking about feet.
He's the most Jose in this segment.
He's the most Jose.
Yeah.
So for the tier plus people that get some of the archives this week, Nick Cage, flip-flops,
By the way-
and still up there, Gilbert Godfrey, Foo Fighters, some classic interviews of celebrities lost. Who, where, why?
One more segment up there. I forget what it is.
You and Nick Cage, if you upgrade your subscription, tier 2 plus. So again, thank you guys. And the reason I start
got
off
a-
with the thank yous and the positive vibes.
Got a couple good ones on deck for the week.
Oh, cool. Do you want to share them? Okay, so tier 2 plus surprises.
I
Remember,
never know until I post them what I'm posting.
we're posting some old memories and things you may have missed along the way and some cool interviews. Tier 2 plus if you want to upgrade this month.
Oh, Covino snoring. It's a great one.
Me snoring. Hey, tell friends about it. And the reason I start off with, hey, all the new options and all the shout outs is because it's a new month and there's new people listening every month. But much like our show at SiriusXM, people would listen 1 month and then fall off the next month and back and forth.
Come back,
People
leave,
have weird
come
habits.
back. Yeah, it's, to me,
It's odd.
I'm habitual, but
Same.
I guess I could understand that in a way. I
you're
hate
just a
it because
bitch.
I
we
hate it.
just weren't exposed to it at SiriusXM, but it always happened.
Yeah, no, I hate it as a guy who's running their own business with you two. You hate to see anyone leave. So if you're like, hey, here's a handful of new people, hey, but these few people left, you end up focusing more on like, well, why did they leave? It's like a relationship,
But again,
right?
it's not. Here's the thing. It's not. Oh, what could we do more to keep you here? We're doing everything we can. In fact, sometimes the more we do is too much. That's bad strategy, right? Then it's overexposure and it's overkill, and people aren't interested. So you gotta be strategical on what sort of content you're putting out and when. It's a business. So anyway, what really fires me down though is, right before the show, Spot was reading, we get the feedback of who canceled and why.
The only problem is it's anonymous. If I can cross-reference, I can figure out who it is.
Yeah, but Spot's saying the reality is it's like, hey, here's a list of new names in the database. So these are new people. Hey, welcome. But then, hey, see these like 5 people? They stopped. And you're like, oh, who?
Yeah, and I'm more excited about the people that stayed, but it's like feedback on social media. You could get tons of praise. You can get 100 people saying, great pick. Looks like you had a good time. Man, you look fantastic. But the one jerk off that says, yeah, nice double chin, fatso. That stands out. You could have thousands of people saying, yo, you guys look great together.
Covino, you and Jordan, that picture in Mexico, beautiful. One guy that's like,
and it's gonna stand out.
hey, Covino, dad bod's kicking in, huh?
Exactly, right?
So, motherfucker.
Yes, this son of a bitch piece of shit. So I do want to say I acknowledge all the people that subscribe because, hey, without you, Timmy, Durga, and Stu Hot Weenie, I love you, Stu.
Oh, he's such a hot weenie.
He's so hot, though.
And
Efron
he's
Stu.
such a weenie.
He's the best.
I love
Stu Hot Wagner and the Hot Wagner family, Bleacher Bum, all the Rashawn Powers. Love all you guys. But for every person that subscribes and that's here every day, the one person that leaves, it stands out. And you're like, why? And Spot read a comment today. And it's
every month there's one exit survey.
Yeah.
And that's what we are. We like to keep this building. Every month we like to see a little growth, right? That's the goal. But every month, like any company, you're going to lose a few people.
Yeah, but I bring this up, Rich, not to sound like a crybaby. I'm not complaining, just explaining. I just want people to understand, like, the culture we're living in, because it's something that we hit on all the time. It does not pay in 2022 to have an opinion. It just doesn't. It just doesn't. And I'm a guy with a pretty strong opinion sometimes.
Don't say that, but
dude, somebody canceled. Get this.
Read it.
Because, will you please read it, quote, please, word for word.
Word for word?
Word for word.
Word for word.
Why did this person cancel?
I mean,
I became disinterested. When the slap, referring to the infamous Oscar slap, was blamed on Jada, who has a legitimate autoimmune disease. Covino downplayed her disease like it was nothing. And a little Rogaine would fix the problem. Meh. Also, they missed Spoga, but I don't know.
Coming from a person who actually experienced it, I proved it. Showed a picture.
Thanks, Covino.
Told you
Thanks
how
a lot, Covino.
The doctor told me to handle it. Coming from a personal experience, no less, I'm not allowed to have an opinion that doesn't coincide with this fucking nerd who decides to cancel as a result. Beat it then.
He said resort.
You said resort. My favorite.
I said resort. I'd cancel for that.
Hold on, I have to find.
I'd cancel for that before having an opinion.
Motherfucker said resort.
You know why?
Cancel. I'm not. Listen, I think it's silly. What are you gonna do? See you later. I mean, have an opinion, but that's a silly reason to cancel.
Not only that, where's the proof that she has alopecia? It doesn't look like alopecia. If you really want to get into it.
Oh, no one wants to get into that.
Looks like track marks. It does, doesn't it? Rashawn, does it not? Isn't that the speculation? Doctors have said, man, it really doesn't look like alopecia. That's not how it happens. I've had it. So coming from personal experience, still not good enough. You can't have an opinion. People are offended. So you're on tippy toes. Like, hey, man, you guys good? Can I say something? You okay with my opinion? I don't want to offend anybody. It's just bogus, man. Today's world is ass cheeks. And I'm not talking the good kind.
My favorite last month was when someone canceled because of your views on Dave Ramsey.
Oh, yeah. Someone canceled last month because I insulted Dave Ramsey.
What I do appreciate is the honesty.
These are the things.
I appreciate the honesty, but man, what a bunch of pusetas.
I'm out. I'm gonna stop supporting these guys that are good guys I love. You know why? Because Rich said Dave Ramsey stinks, and Covino said Jada's alopecia isn't a problem.
They probably side with Amber Heard, too.
No, what I probably said is let's stop talking about it like
don't
it's a
talk
death
poorly
sentence.
about Amber Heard.
People are bringing it up like it's something they knew about always.
I think it's
when it happened, it's like, oh, did you know she had an like she could die from it or something. That's how it was being presented. So my explanation was, yeah, a lot of people have that. I had that, and here's the proof. I showed my picture. I explained how it was prescribed and handled. And this guy, this little fucking nerd from Planet Buto, decides to cancel because of that.
Don't worry about it.
I think it's great when men
I don't
get
worry about
emotionally
it.
abused. I wish all women would shit in our beds.
You know why? Honestly, good riddance, as Green Day said.
I mean, or just ignore it and maybe they come back. Who knows?
Come back.
It's like don't burn bridges.
No,
Let
it's not about
people
burning
do what they
bridges.
need to
It's
do.
just like, hey, if I'm trying to have a party and you're not having fun at my party, then don't hang out at my party because you're not adding to the fun. So, it sucks because you're supposed to have opinions. It's okay to disagree. And that's what the show's always been about.
Sometimes people have a bad day and then they come back. I'll tell you that because I saw some guy.
But it happens too much. Then you know what?
No,
then,
some guy-
then get yourself in check, man.
People get
'Cause that
angry
happens way too much.
A lot of times, if I can catch, so like if I saw this the day it happened,
Uh-huh.
I can usually line up who it is, and I'll send them a message, and I'll say, "Hey, listen,
Well, I appreciate that, Spot.
I understand we have challenging and differing opinions. I have a differing opinion with someone else going on right now.
That's okay.
It doesn't mean that it represents the feelings of the show. Not to mention, we're very accessible. We provide a lot of content. There are a lot of people on Patreon that are charging what we're charging for one show a week or a month, and we do 2.5 hours a day. We give a lot of ourselves to you. And sometimes we agree, sometimes we don't. Sometimes
I don't think we need to talk about this right now, to be
Sometimes
honest.
we
I have
won't.
so many things to get to.
You want something more interesting?
And I just want the people that are currently here to know that. And there will come a day.
We appreciate you.
We appreciate you.
I'm just
but there
explaining
will come a day where you'll hear something.
the culture.
And you'll be very upset. And I want you to take a breath and know that we're still here for you. You're still here for us. And we'll continue.
Or if it upsets you and you need to cancel, then listen, you probably have a bigger issue than the stupid comment we made.
You know what? I'm going to start making Patreon like a gym membership. It's impossible to cancel.
Oh, we'll transfer you.
I'm sorry.
Hello? Yeah, I'm trying to cancel my gym membership. All right, hold on 1 second. The manager will email you. We'll get back to you.
The question is deeper than that. The question is, does it really pay to have an opinion in 2022?
It absolutely
when
does.
Everyone
Yeah.
is... No, it might not. It really might not.
Well, I'm going to tell you what would make me cancel or not. Answer this right now. Twizzlers or Red Vines?
Twizzlers.
I'm out.
100%.
Are you crazy?
No debate.
And by the way, I agree. Twizzler is way better.
Unless you like eating hollow wax, then yes.
You have to rely
Red Vines.
on the three of us to check each other, and guarantee you, one of us will butt heads with the other for you.
Hey, listen, man, some people are a little
So
more
just-
sensitive, and you
yeah.
can't blame people because everyone's different, bro.
Yes,
Like
you can.
Juan hit us up and said, honestly, if something you guys say upsets me, guess what I do? I pause it, wait a little bit, and I pass through that topic onto the next conversation. That is called normal behavior.
That's
Thank
normal,
you, Juan. That's
but-
called, but you know what?
Not
move.
everyone's
I don't-
opinions are going to line up, and
No,
that's
I don't-
like the problem with today's
I
world.
don't
This
even
is
think
just a
we,
little microcosm of the bigger problem in life. So just pointing it out, things that we have to deal with, but I do want to focus on your subscription. Thank you again. It's May 2nd, so tell your friends about our show. Have them subscribe. We appreciate it. We rely on you to tell your friends, and we'll continue telling people, let's grow together. So
I have so many things I want to get to. I know
so
you have a
then,
big, I mean, there's something fun right off the bat I think we could get to. I saw a picture this morning. I don't want to post it out of humiliation to this person, but it's a quickie.
Is it this picture, Rich, that you sent?
No, but I think that's funny.
that's Rich
I
bringing
find
the
that funny.
laughers.
That's funny stuff.
It's really not that
Who is
funny.
this girl? I want to know her.
You want to know her ass cheeks?
I do. I assume she's like a porn star.
I'm assuming she's a regular girl, Spot.
Oh.
I don't know. All I know is I thought it was funny.
She
What
has
the
a-
fuck?
She has a cat tattoo on the bottom of her foot.
If you're offended, then
Definitely a porn star.
now's the time to cancel.
I mean, I'm not offended by that picture. I just not that funny.
I must have a different sense of humor than you. So I saw a picture this morning. I don't want to post it out of
We'll describe it.
out of respect for this dude. But let's say one of our mutual friends went to a wedding over the past couple weeks.
Okay. One of our mutuals.
One of our mutual pallies went to a wedding. And they posted photos from the wedding. And I'm like, oh, what a beautiful looking wedding. I hope they had a good time.
This is definitely going to cause people to cancel because I know what picture you're talking about. What you're about to say is very sensitive.
I can't.
I'm out there.
It really is. This is more sensitive than my experience with alopecia.
In this photo,
Yeah.
beautiful looking wedding. The bride and groom are dancing their first dance as husband and wife.
Do you want me to? Am I pulling up this photo?
You're not
No,
pulling up
no,
the photo.
no, okay.
Disrespectful and inappropriate.
It's disrespectful.
It's not us. It's not for
an
us.
easy one to visualize.
Yeah, you don't need to even see it.
You don't need to see this picture.
Their slow dance. This is no.
And now, for first time as husband and wife.
John and Stephanie will be dancing their first dance. Take it away, band. When I tell you, this is no disrespect to short guys,
Steve,
but
cover your ears, Steve.
he is up to the top of her bosom. His head ends by her shoulder.
Yeah.
It looks so awkward to me. And I'm not saying short guys can't be with taller women,
And he's looking up at her.
but this guy
Yeah.
needs to have worn height increasing shoes.
Platform shoes or
Maybe
something.
she wears some flatteroos.
My dad wore platform shoes at his wedding.
To
Not because
me,
he was shorter than my mom, but even he wore them is my point. He should have wore some Pee Wee Herman specials. He should have asked them from the cleaning guy. Like Pee Wee did.
I mean,
Just for the dance.
I am not.
You know that's what Pee Wee did when he did Tequila, right?
Yeah. I'm not saying, listen, the bride and groom, they look great, but I couldn't get over the fact that she was, no joke, probably 5'10" and he was 5'5".
It's really
And
a weird look. But you know
I
what,
am
man?
not man enough. I'll be right now.
Oh, me either.
I am not man enough.
I could never sign up for that.
I am not man enough to date a taller woman when I was single. I couldn't do it. I maybe one time,
It's not
Are you
even about
sure?
being man enough, even though I'm not
I can't show footage
disagreeing. No.
Of it. You sure?
Oh, yeah, there's
Oh, yeah,
live
there.
footage of it.
But it's worse than that.
It actually was.
We're showing
When Jesse Spano
Jesse Spano and
couldn't
this little
date the
guy.
short
I want
guy.
us to grow up. Can you ever forgive me?
You're forgiven, Beanpole.
Thanks, Shorty.
Oh, Saved by the Bell.
Beanpole and Shorty.
But Spot, when I tell you,
I'm just not even attracted in that way. Like it's almost like you know how you could see that someone's attractive, like Rich's wife Sarah, right? Like yeah, oh she's attractive, but I could cancel out any sort of sexual sort of vibe because it's my buddy's wife. That's how I feel about women that are just bigger than me. Like oh yeah, she's an attractive woman, but not for me. Like so. And I'm sure it goes both ways.
Yeah, no,
you know,
listen,
I'm not saying
and
that they're dying for this guy. That's
there's
not
plenty
the
of
point.
reasons why someone wouldn't want to date me or you. But all I'm saying is that if you are a guy that's in the mid 5 foot area, God bless you. You're braver than I am because I can't imagine being like Barry's height.
I'm 5 feet wide.
Why you gotta bring me into it, bro?
Barry.
Our buddy Barnando. He
Who
found a
is-
woman just his size.
Well, that's the thing. Let's say Barry's 5'5". He met a girl that's 5'2".
yeah.
Bingo.
Yeah. Works out.
It's I just saw that Bree and Wes canceled because
Oh, no.
we
See
insulted
what you
them.
did?
See? Look at that. Just like that.
See what you did, but here's the thing. Here's the thing that we're not factoring in. Like I said, I respectfully said I'm not attracted to someone that's bigger than me. It's just I like a smaller woman for me. For me, that's just my preference. I think we're still allowed to have preference. I'm not sure about that in
Are we?
2022.
No.
On the flip side, this dude might like a bigger, stronger in his mind woman. Like she's sexy. It's just more woman, more legs. And then maybe this woman, women don't think as superficial as men
Yeah.
sometimes. So she sees this dude. He's a great guy, great heart. And maybe she does like a smaller guy. Like, so I understand how it works. What Rich is saying is it doesn't work for him.
It does work for me.
doesn't work
It can
for me
work for
either.
you, but to me,
Clearly it works for them. They're
When-
married.
when Sarah is wearing big heels, she's not much shorter than me, and that even makes me feel a little weird. I'm a 6 foot guy.
Like Rocky and Apollo, that's a good match.
Yo.
Like Apollo's a little taller
like
than
Rocky and
Rocky.
Apollo.
Right. Like, yeah, that's a good bromance.
It's a good bromance right there.
Like you guys, like you're off by like
Yeah, we're like Rocky and
2.5
Apollo.
inches.
Yeah, the height difference is just too noticeable at that point. And there's probably something deeper and psychological to it. Like, yeah, you feel like less of a man or something. And who wants to feel like that? That's not even where I'm going. I'm telling you personally, I'm just not even attracted to the point where it's for me. I could say, hey, give me any supermodel or any model who's super tall. Like, yeah,
Christy Turlington.
Yeah, she's beautiful. Beautiful. She would want no business with me. Maybe that's why I'm therefore not attracted, because she would want no business with me either. So, like, I cancel it out in my brain. So it's nothing personal. It's just preference. But it is odd to see.
But then again, when we did see Bree and Wes in Vegas,
Yeah.
she did say that Wes is a great little spoon. And I thought that was cute.
That was cute.
That is true. She did say that, and it was funny.
Yeah.
I mean, you see how the love works. They're a great. Use them as an example. They're a great couple.
I'm
Wes
saying
is no less of a man.
I'm saying
Wes loves hiking those mountains.
Well,
You know what I mean?
when we go to their wedding, I'm
taking
bringing
it back.
Wes platform shoes. I'm gonna give him a milk crate to stand on,
Just for the dance. Just for the first
just
dance.
for the first dance.
Platform shoes.
Other than that, it
For the
doesn't matter.
pictures.
What do they say when you're
For
laying
the
down?
pictures.
When you're horizontal, height doesn't matter anymore. I get it.
Oh, and when you're in love, height doesn't matter.
Yeah, of
but
course.
You have to be fooling yourself and in total denial to say that you don't recognize it. When Rich showed me the picture, and I saw the picture too, it's just the first thing you notice.
Yeah.
Because the size difference was, and the woman was like, she had no regard. I don't think she had like flats on. I think she still had heels on. She's like, yep, I'm a lot bigger than this little guy.
You could say that.
Bring it in, little guy. Let's have
think-
our first dance.
I think once
She was like a foot taller than his dude.
probably without any sort of lift, she was taller, so she was probably like, F it, I'm just gonna go for the full. I'm gonna go for the gold.
Hey, but hey, love comes in all shapes and sizes. That's the truth, and that's obvious. I don't need to make that statement, but can't help but notice that it's just a role reversal and a different dynamic that's hard to sort of wrap your head around sometimes. And I'm sure it comes from some sort of weird, maybe insecurity, but also like a conditioning that we have. I get all that. But as a result, yeah, I just don't even really see it. I'm not saying I wouldn't slap some cheeks around, but like I wouldn't feel comfortable with a woman significantly bigger than me.
You'd probably just feel, to be honest, it's insecurity. You'd be feeling.
Probably.
Like, I'm not man enough.
I honestly feel it's not even attractive to me unless I connected on some sort of crazy emotional level.
Based on the insecurity.
Clearly
Maybe.
Clearly something about him was attractive to her.
Why can't it ever be an insecurity? It's an insecurity.
So why?
Maybe it is, or maybe
anything-
if I don't like a girl who doesn't have big titties, is that insecurity based?
No, but the reason is because subconsciously, like, I don't feel like
but-
much of a man.
I don't know if that's the reason, Dr. Rich. Maybe it is. I said.
I'm with you.
I don't think I'm attracted to all those like fucking legs in the air. I don't like big. I'm not into that.
Yeah, but
I don't want to like cricket legs aren't attractive to me.
But it would be attractive to you if you were 6'5". The fact that you're smaller,
I
you look at
don't know.
look at
and
us,
I'm not denying it either.
You look at women as you want to be bigger than them, and you want to be protecting, and you don't want a girl that is taller than you, because I feel like that wouldn't mesh with your personality.
You think that? I don't know that. I'm telling you what I'm attracted to. So
You've never dated anyone that's other than a petite 5 foot something girl. Like that's
because I'm not attracted.
But for a reason,
for whatever,
I'm sure.
Yeah, and I don't know the reason, and I don't think you know the reason either. Like maybe I'm not attracted. I even said it because I know that they'd probably not be attracted to me.
So you've canceled them out.
So like, yeah, I just don't even. I could acknowledge the beauty, acknowledge like, wow, look at that model-esque gazelle.
Hey, Spot, where should I send you a TikTok?
CNR? Usually like tall girls are lankier. Not all. And, I'm not into that. That's just preference.
There's a
That's
girl
not being prejudiced in any way.
There's a girl that I always see on TikTok, and I think my wife and I both follow her. Do you know Abby Herbert, Spot?
Or I'll have to see her.
Never heard of her.
Her husband, and now also the father of her kid, they're in their 20s.
Never heard of
couple.
her, but I bet she has millions of followers.
And she has 13 million followers.
Yeah, P10. A lot of people picture my girlfriend Jordan as being tall.
She's like
Maybe
5'2", right?
No, she's 5'4".
Oh, okay.
But yeah, she's not that tall. Maybe just in pictures, she looks leggy and
5'2".
lanky. Yeah, Kristen's 5'2". Jordan's about barely 5'4". She's pretty petite.
Kristen's like in my armpit. I love it.
She's got a little size 7 shoe, 6.5. But I see in pictures she does appear like she's taller than she is. But yeah, she's got that look about her. But no, she's kind of short.
Now, if Spot, there's this woman,
She's good height.
Abby Herbert, and she's dating a musician guy, and I feel like I've been following them for years.
Now, by the way, on the flip side, Jordan wishes she was taller for like modeling reasons and just because. For me, I'm glad she's 5'4".
But this woman's husband is significantly shorter, and she constantly makes jokes about it. I'm like, he can't be loving this. That's like their gimmick. Spot here. Take a look at this girl. You've seen her. She's like a tall, lanky, pretty girl. And
oh my gosh.
like her dude is
that had to be a perspective.
It is a little bit, but he's like 5'4", and she's like 6 foot.
though.
No, wait a second. Hold on.
He's standing behind her slightly.
Look at other pictures of them.
There's no way.
That's craziness. See, but hey, they must have some sort of fetish or an understanding or connected on a level that didn't matter. That's what you have to assume sometimes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm like not on her page. I was like, why is it not going through more version? Hang on.
But yeah, no. When someone's significantly taller, it's like, what? But that's it. We could just end on that.
It's hard to not.
If you don't get caught up on it, then God bless you, because I think a lot of people do. That's the number one thing when they ask women, like, what do you look for in a guy? Women are very judgmental on height. Don't think they're not. They are absolutely judgmental on height.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of videos, because they're in my algorithm, because I'm only 5'3", that I see.
He doesn't look like super short compared to her.
Where guys are like,
that was definitely a perspective.
It's
thing.
so fucked up in today's society how if you're an overweight woman, you're fabulous. You go, girl. You go get them. You're beautiful and big. Yeah, but if you're a short guy, like short guys are the most humiliated people in our culture.
Oh, no doubt.
Like, yeah, whatever, fucking little dude.
Napoleon.
Why don't you shut up, Napoleon?
Little fella.
It's never, hey, little guy, go get him. You look fabulous. It's not that, ever. No. Little dudes are the most shamed and dissed on people in our society. You could be 300 pounds wearing a tight dress you shouldn't be wearing. You look fabulous. You go, girl.
I saw, now, correct me if I'm wrong.
You could be like nearing like health issues because you're so fat. Good for you. Good for you. You're short, you're a piece of shit. That's how we treat short
I thought
people.
of this just the other day, and if you want to pull up a picture, feel free, Spot. If not, no worries.
You know what I was thinking about this weekend too? Sorry, I'll pull it up. I was watching an ad on television.
Yeah.
And you know how like they're trying to celebrate women's bodies and body images and how there's all different types of bodies. They don't do that for men. They don't say, here's a chubby guy in an ad promoting jeans.
Okay, you know who the most
here's a chubby
humiliated
guy
man is?
in
A
an ad.
short, fat guy.
Yeah. Here's a chubby guy that doesn't have abs selling a T-shirt for Old Navy.
Nah, big girl is, you go, girl, you're fabulous. Fat guy is like, you're a fat guy.
But we've really sent a bad message to all those women because it's unhealthy and it's not true. It's not true. I'm sorry, it's not true.
Is it the image of Lizzo getting on a plane and then...
It's Lizzo for her birthday. She just celebrated a birthday, and the headline was Lizzo looking sexy and fabulous. And I'm like, sexy and fabulous?
Yeah, so is Costanza from Seinfeld.
To me, it's like sexy and fabulous. Yeah, you could feel great and everything, but don't spread the message that this is like a good thing. Her confidence is a good thing, but her health is probably not a good thing. This picture of Lizzo...
Oh, I got the perfect clip. I found it.
I'm thinking to myself, like, God bless her. Oh, it looks like she's Rikishi, the wrestler.
That's
right?
it. That's the one.
That's a good one. But Spot also pulled this video up to really drill the point home today. You know, we're being opinionated, so please don't cancel. But it's the truth, man. People don't like the truth anymore. People don't like the truth. You can't help but notice the size difference. Truth number one. But you also have to acknowledge that everybody has a different preference.
Yeah, and that dude's confident. If he could be with a taller woman.
And hey, bro, they're in love. It was a picture of them getting married, right?
Yeah.
So hey, love finds a way. Maybe if you talk to them,
find a way.
they will tell you, yeah, that's fabulous, according to today's standard. One's a professional wrestler, one is Lizzo. And the professional wrestler
Which
looks
one's
better.
which?
It's Rikishi on the right, I believe.
Lizzo's on the left.
Oh.
And we live in a society that says, that's fabulous. Go get them. And I sent you a clip that pretty much brings that home. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. But yeah, I bet if you talk to that couple where the woman is like a foot taller than the guy, we just saw this picture, they probably would say, I mean, maybe they would say, yeah, you know, it's so weird. I'm not really into shorter guys. And he'd probably like, yo, I never really dated an Amazon woman before either. But man, we just got along. We connected, we clicked, and we fell in love. And I'm sure that's the story. Unless they have this weird sort of fetish, and that's why they're attracted to each other in that way. But here, take a look.
So have you noticed that we don't celebrate short men the way we celebrate fat women? Like nobody sees a 5'2" man and says, yes, king, you're perfect just the way you are. And I think that's because men don't lie to each other the way women do. So have you noticed that we don't celebrate
It's unfair,
short?
to be honest.
It's true.
Short men.
And you know what the sad part is that your size is controllable. Like your weight is controllable.
To some extent. Height's not controllable at all.
Height is not.
But then again, you're pointing out the short guy. We've been conditioned
height
in society
is genetic. You can't fix that.
to point out the short guy or think he's less of a man or inferior. You noticed it right away. Why? Because he's short. Women are the worst at it.
Yeah, don't look at me. Look at women. You're the one to blame. Jules wrote something that, Spot, can you scroll up a little bit? We're getting a lot of feedback. I saw Jules write something and I'm like, what? What did Jules write? Something that made me say, what?
Jules said, the rest of the country is not as shallow as LA people.
See, I find that to be
Great point,
interesting.
though.
Yeah, but that's a weird misconception because you and I don't go out in LA. I live in the suburbs and I have kids. You're not going out on the scene.
Okay.
Like, I think that's a global
But I think she's
opinion.
referring to like this Hollywood standard, not necessarily us.
Yeah, but I mean, we don't live in a Hollywood standard. You and I are guys that fucking chill out at home and we're middle-aged dads.
But I don't think that was.
You're not 25 going to the club.
I think she's commenting at us. I'm saying I think she's commenting at a standard that society has created based on pop
I think
culture.
she was saying that out here in LA, we're seeing some, and I'm like, I'm seeing nothing. I'm at home every day.
I see both your points.
Yeah. We can move on. I have a bunch of other stuff to get to, but I just thought you saw the same thing. And the fact that we both immediately said, ooh, good for them. He is way short. How do you not notice it? It's terrible, but you notice it, right?
I mean, there's definitely more important things in life. 100%.
And our Schmodge Frey brings up a good point on our feedback. Go to any social media dating platform. Women will put a filter on for like, I only want guys, like, you know how you can fit
women are the worst with it.
On all the little things you could check on and off. I remember going through one of my female friends' Tinder and Bumble account. And I'm like, all right, well, let's set your radius. All right, 20 miles. All right, we'll set this. She would set height because she would only want to swipe for a guy if he was
Think
close
of how
to
many
6 foot.
quality women would be missing out on all this potential. A great guy like me, just because I'm just under 6 foot. Think of how many women would lose out on this opportunity because they're being heightist.
Just under 6 foot.
Hey, I have a question.
Just under.
Just
End it with a hypothetical.
under 6 foot.
End it with a hypothetical from our boy Rashawn. Would you rather be tall and fat or short and fit?
Short. Oh, that's a good one.
Short and fit.
Tall and fat because I
I
can
don't know.
lose the weight.
That's a really good one.
There's a guy on my softball team.
Yeah.
There's a guy on my softball team that I played with yesterday.
Honestly, tall and fat, because if
Tall
I'm going to
and
stick
fat.
with our conversation, the short man gets no respect.
Tall and fat.
Period.
Because only one of those variables you can change,
Yeah.
and you would want to start tall and lose
fat.
the weight.
Tall and fat, unless you get limb extension surgery.
They're
Tall and fat.
There's a guy that I played with yesterday on my softball team. I had never met him. He's a new guy on the team. And he's an athlete. He's a young guy. He's a professional stunt guy out here in LA. And he is probably Tom Cruise's stunt guy because he's 5'5". But this guy is like a chiseled Adonis. And you know what everyone was saying? Like, oh man, you're like a strong little guy. Like, strong little guy. Like, who wants to be called little guy? So, tall guy can lose weight, and tall guy, yeah. I guess here's the outcome also. If you're short,
no, here's the outcome.
Don't you feel like you need to work out though?
It's a compromise, you know. That's why there's a lot of videos online of short guys reminding themselves that they're short, so they gotta hit the gym. That's like the balance that
it's almost like if you're gonna be 5'6", you probably want to be a CrossFit 5'6".
Like I see, there's like a little. I always see at our 24-hour fitness. There's like this little chiseled guy that's constantly working out and doing abs, and I know he's ripped, but he's a little guy.
It's the equivalent spot of
he's a little guy roaming around.
You know the female catfish that you see all the time where it's like a facial filter, or the girl takes a picture from like titties up and you're like, yo, you don't know what's going on down below. It's like the guy that doesn't put his height on his profile. Women will date him like, oh.
I'll put all 5'10" and 3/4 on that bad boy.
All right, well, there you
go. Check it out.
No,
to wrap it up, we live in a society where everybody's fabulous.
You better wrap it up with a short guy. You don't want to pass along those short jeans.
By the way, we're so accepting of everything and everyone. It's like people who honestly shouldn't be accepted. They look like a crazy outcast in society. Like, oh, you're the best. Bring it in. But short guys are getting shit on all the time still. Give me a break. That has to change. If it doesn't change in like today's standard, it's never going to change. And I think that starts with the ladies. I have a lot of short pals. They're great guys. It's the ladies that continue with the stigma. The same ladies that want to be accepting to everybody else.
Tall guys,
don't do that. Don't say that. Oh, they're great. Oh, they're beautiful. Oh, she's fit. She's fabulous. She's 500 pounds. Short guys need to be respected.
Agreed. Short guys, we're going to fight for your respect.
Yeah, it needs to change.
The short guys dating pool.
You know who was right?
That
little guy that got in that fight at the bagel shop. He was right.
Yeah, but you know what?
Looking back,
it's a vicious cycle. It is. It really is, of short people. But they
Dane Cook style.
They also need to be respectful.
The vicious circle.
Because there is the quote unquote short man syndrome, the Napoleon complex.
Of course.
And that's created by a society that looks down upon short people, but break the cycle. Don't live up to the
style.
Don't live up to the stigma of short people and be a douche to everyone because you're short.
Well, look at Bagel Boss guy. Bagel Boss guy was just fighting for respect.
He was. It was his tipping point.
Yeah.
Bagel Boss. I couldn't remember his name. Bagel Boss.
Bagel Boss guy.
Moving on.
All right. Moving. By the way,
I looked that up. I haven't seen that in a minute.
Yeah, let's
but when you hear his
anger,
it's coming from a place that's pretty understandable after everything we discussed.
It's sort of unfair.
It's completely unfair.
And short guys really do get shit on, and no one cares. It's true.
Nobody cares.
But a short guy will go out.
It's okay for women to say, "Oh, you're 5 feet on dating sites. You should be dead." That's okay.
It's got a point.
That's you here. Nobody.
Women in general have said it on dating sites. You think I'm making that shit up? Yeah. Everywhere I go, I get the same fucking smirk with the biting lip. Shut your mouth. You're not God or my father or my boss.
Yo, he's right, dude.
Dude, you want to step outside? You want to step outside? Huh? I'm not scared of you, pal. I'm not.
Oh, he got up on his tippy toes.
No, go ahead and attack me, big dog.
Oh, I forgot how great that clip was.
He's
Is that
right.
Andre the Giant that came in? Jesus.
It was just a tipping point, man, because I'll say it again.
exactly
You
what
could
I
be the
said.
fucking biggest mutant in society, and we've figured out a way to make it like you're the greatest thing ever. And this is who we're, putting on a pedestal and who we're telling our kids to look up to. But a short guy is still like he's the loser. Fuck,
like I said, he was talked down to by society for his entire life.
Yeah,
he needs to be the bigger man.
See,
and break the cycle. He needs to break the cycle. Yeah. Because height comes from within.
Spot, you never thought of it this way. The dating
Bagel Boss.
The dating pool that you choose from.
Bagel Boss.
The dating pool that you choose from. One of the major factors that's not talked about enough really is based on height. If you're a guy that's 5'10" and under, your dating pool.
Some people swim in an Olympic-sized swimming pool. Some people like to wade in a kiddie pool.
No, but Spot, think about it. If you're 5'7", right? Let's say you're a guy that's like a great dude. You're the best dude ever. You're successful, you're handsome, but you're 5'7". you're automatically canceling out women that are 5'6", 5'7", or taller, because with them with heels on, there is a good chance women are vain and they'll say, I don't want a shorter guy.
You're allowed to have preference. It's how we're treating short guys in society.
Oh, yeah,
It's
you're
unacceptable.
Yeah, no, for sure.
You're allowed to have preference.
The end.
Moving on.
Bagel Boss was right.
Bagel Boss. You know, it was just a good excuse to play Bagel Boss guy again. And realize now when we look back.
Want to step outside?
You know, when you look back at something years later, you get a different perspective.
You know how frustrated he must be, though? It's like, we've accepted everybody.
Except him.
But me, because I'm short, I'm a fucking...
You're trying to tell me Lizzo's hot? Lizzo's attractive? What about me? I'm 5 foot. Fuck you, everybody. Ah!
Yeah, everybody's laughing at that guy.
Yeah. Lizzo's real fabulous, right? And I'm a laugh. I'm a joke. Ah!
I see everybody making fun of me.
You bite your lip. He's thinking to himself,
My
like,
whole life, you're not God or my father.
Not God, all my father.
Or my boss.
He's thinking to himself, the world tells Lizzo she's gorgeous. The world tells bald guys, oh, shave your head. You look cool with the shaved head. Everything that used to be a punchline is no longer, except for short guys.
Can't he identify as a tall guy? What's society going to say? Yeah, I'm 5 foot, but I identify as 6
I
foot.
identify as 6 foot, you fuck.
So you have to accept him as such, I guess. If we're going to be so accepting, accept the short guy.
Kelly Cookson nails it, though. Her husband's 5'4". Her husband's 5'7". She's 5'4". And that works. I'm just saying, for really short guys, it's trickier. And that's how I feel for them. I feel for Bagel Boy now that all these years later.
I think he should identify as like an NBA player.
Oh, you think that's funny?
No, I think he should. Then he'll be accepted by society.
Yeah, Lizzo's gorgeous, but I'm a twerp, right?
But that's how today works. So, yeah, he needs to make it work, I guess. Sorry, short guys. I'm behind your fight.
Poor guys.
Poor guys. So the end. What you said? You got something else?
Oh yeah.
I got lots of stuff too.
I mean, I got to ask you now because it's timely. I have a crazy week ahead, and I'm looking at it as an awesome adventure. I'm trying to put the positive twist on it, but tomorrow night I leave for New York, and it's the whole adventure where I move my mom to Maryland.
Oh.
Now, this is not an oversight. I just don't know exactly how heavy or big the things my mother has in storage are on Long Island, right? So
I feel like Butch weighs about 250.
Probably, yeah. Oh, all right, put me down.
Good 275, maybe.
So if I'm helping my mom,
he's in storage, right?
If I'm helping my mom, we land at JFK, get the U-Haul, go to the storage place, pack it up, pack it in. Let me begin.
Let Rich begin.
Wow.
Go down to Maryland, get the keys to the new apartment. Ta-da, set up her Wi-Fi, set up her TV, set up her furniture. We're going to do all this in the matter of 48 hours, and I am up for the challenge. Except one thing. I'm stupidly assuming everything's on the light side, like boxes and a table and a couple chairs, and I need to figure out if
those are my boxes of sandbags, Richie. You don't know what she has.
But I know it's not
so heavy.
I know
Richie,
those are my kettlebells, Richie.
These are all my gold balls. I've just been saving them.
But Greg Kelly, I'm constantly reading our feedback with you. He immediately says what I'm thinking. Richie, I got my 200-pound China hutch. Like, I don't know what few bigger items she has. And we got the U-Haul rental, pretty good deal and everything. But here's the thought. U-Haul sends like those follow-up emails like, hey, if you need extra blankets and extra dollies, dolly.
By the way, can I interrupt you?
Yeah.
Can you get pardon?
P10 is right. Rich is definitely a good son. There's a lot of times where I know Rich is a good guy. I know he is. But there's something about him that makes you want to strangle him too. The way you've handled this with your mom.
You're a saint.
You've really impressed me. So props.
Thanks, bro. I do appreciate that.
And I mean that because, for all of Rich's good qualities, I want to throw him fucking through the door sometimes.
Thanks, bud.
But this, he's really fucking, he's brought it all the way.
Knowing how some people treat their relationships with their mothers,
yeah,
it warms my heart to see you doing this for her.
Oh, thanks, buddy. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what goes on. Our mothers are our mothers.
It's true. That's how I look
Happy
at
Mother's
it.
Day.
I wish others
Next
looked at
week.
it that way. Like you know who hit home with this? My buddy Sean. A couple of years back when I was getting aggravated with different family situations. My buddy Sean's like, think of your childhood. Think of all the good things your parents did for you and your grandparents and everything. Like you had a really nice middle class suburb lifestyle. You went to a good college. Like your family did everything they could to make your childhood happy. You can't. You have to return that favor. You can't be like, yeah, thanks, bye. So I think you got to be there for your family when they need you. I think you do. I think it's one of those things some people forget, right? So here's my problemo. My problemo is that once I get to Long Island and I'm at some storage unit in, I don't know, Deer Park or Center Reach or some Long Island, Suffolk County storage unit. Yeah, I could carry boxes. I could carry tables and chairs. My mom could help me carry a little end table or a dresser. But I think there's a few bigger items. And you see those emails, you've probably got them from U-Haul or something where it's like, hey, you want to add on blankets and dollies for an extra $20? Hey, if you want, they could also connect you with I
can let you borrow my dolly, but you have to return it.
I will never return you. I'll give you the wrong one.
Yeah,
I'll give you Zach's dolly.
I'll give you one without a handle.
I want my dolly.
But that's a handle.
But
I'll let you borrow it.
The long and short of it, sorry for the long story. I
Just start it.
Genuinely
Don't apologize.
think I could do it. But then I'm like, no, because my mom's 65 years old. Like, if there's a dresser that's a little too heavy, like I can't expect her to be like, all right, mom, you get that end.
No, you can't.
So I know U-Haul sent an email where it's like, hey, if you want to hire helpers, has anyone ever, I'm asking this as a general question, has anyone ever like answered that follow-up email? Or I don't need movers.
Why don't you hire?
I need someone to help me load
college hunks
and unload. Honestly, is there a collegehunks.com?
For the sake of conversation,
that's a different website.
Your mom is moving to Maryland, Marianne Land.
Yeah.
Your brother lives in Maryland. Is he away for the weekend?
No, I think Jimmy will be able to help me unload the big items.
Well,
So
that's a big part of the conversation.
I think the biggest part is for me. I think for me, it's on Long Island. Is there some?
When you're moving from Long Island to Maryland.
when I'm getting the stuff from the storage unit into the U-Haul,
that makes a lot of sense.
Do you think there's like a website where it's like, hey,
And for the
like
record,
some guy will be like,
Butch is not around to help.
Butch is not around to help. He's
And
not
you
part of
don't
this.
want his
He's
help.
not. I don't want that.
Right. Okay, I got it.
I'm thinking,
Yeah,
it
I
sounds
think you
terrible,
do.
but do I go to Home Depot and I'm like, hey, you guys looking for work? Like, hey, I'll give you $100. Help me load this shit. Do I call a service?
I would if U-Haul offers that.
If it's a
I'd
couple
go to
hundred,
U-Haul.
I just need someone a couple $100 to
Be
hey, help me. Yo, you
your
got an hour?
assistant.
You got an hour?
Yeah.
I just need someone for literally an hour and be like, yo, here's $100 or so. And I wonder if there's a service like that.
Yeah, Vinny Boombots from Long Island.
I know, but how do I
Hey,
get a
got
hold
a
of
guy.
Vinny Boombots?
Hey, what you got here? We got this. Let me, call a few guys. Be $2,000.
It's not Dan Grosser Road. It's not worth the moving company. I'm promising you, it's not, because a moving company is like $3,000. I'm renting a U-Haul for like
Yeah, it's just
$500.
good.
My mother is not. My mother's on a
Honestly-
budget. To save a $2,000 is good. I just need someone to help me.
I do it. It doesn't matter. Honestly, if it goes awry, then you complain.
Does U-Haul offer help?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I got to follow up with that email
Yes.
today.
Then
where
I would
it's-
say do that before you went to
Yeah, they
Home
probably have
Depot
a few-
because you just there's no one like liable at that
They
point.
probably have a few people on standby that they work with, and you
yeah,
know,
I'm literally. I feel like aren't there apps like handyman apps?
yeah. There's apps where like if you need something moved or like picked up or something like.
I'm not even trying to
It's
sound.
like Uber for help.
I'm not trying to sound bad, but is it worth going to like Home Depot or Lowe's and you see guys in the parking lot looking for work? Like, hey, yo, my guy, you want
Do
to?
you always trust them. You know what I mean? At least with U-Haul, they're at least
know.
accountable.
It's
Yeah,
just
if
one of those
it's,
things where
if it's through U-Haul, it's probably
pricing.
covered or
Right.
insured.
And they're
or
trying to
something.
keep that job.
Yeah.
I would do it.
I would say definitely do it because I'll tell you this without a shadow of a doubt, you can't rely on your mom to fucking help you.
exactly. So
774 says Thumbtack or Angie's List.
let me write thumbtack.
Angie's List with her little Karen haircut.
Angie's List.
You know Angie?
Angie's a good
and
woman.
thumbtack.
Thumbtack.
Someone else said TaskRabbit.
That's it. That's another one.
TaskRabbit.
Thumbtack. That's what they used to call Rich in the early 2000s.
Gruba said he put something on Craigslist. So you can
Hey, Gruber, good to hear from you. Hey.
maybe this person wants to help. I think it's Vinny. Is this Vinny in Brooklyn?
Hey, Vinny.
What's up, boys?
Yo, is this really Vinny in Brooklyn?
Yes, it is.
Vinny in Brooklyn. I could count on Vinny. I could count on Vinny for one thing, and it's always
inappropriate memes.
The most inappropriate, poorly timed memes of all time.
So
and I love it.
inappropriately funny.
I know, he's my favorite inappropriate person.
God.
He's consistent.
He
He's
stomps
consistent.
over every line. He's so cringy but funny at the same time.
Yeah.
Thank you, gentlemen. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Consistency.
Hey, dude, I'm available. I'm in Brooklyn. I'm like a half hour, 40 minutes from you out on the island. I could help you do the load out.
Vinny,
So fucking kind.
Vinny,
man.
I'll hit you up later. I'll throw you money to do it. I would never expect you to do it. But
That hurts my
honestly, it
heart.
hurts my heart to
Why,
think you would
Vinny?
be
I
so
would-
kind.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I would rather have a nice day with Vinny and have a drink and have some fun with it and share a laugh and a memory than some fucking random jerk off that you gotta. You know what I mean?
Vinny,
like, Vinny's a good dude.
I'll hit you up. I'll
You
hit
could
you
talk
up later
Mets.
today.
He's a big Mets guy.
Vinny and I could talk about the Mets no hitter. We could talk about
because it's not a fun experience. I mean, if Vinny's willing, that's going to be a better experience for you, Rich.
Oh, for sure, Vinny. You're the man. I'm gonna hit you up later, Vinny.
That was really nice of you, dude.
Absolutely, brother. We could talk about Cano getting DFA, baby.
Yo,
Yes.
Vinny.
Oh, you could.
I'm so glad you called me because
as a thank you, you can take him to City Field.
look at that. We could. Vinny and I love Vinny.
By the way, it's great to hear. I didn't know Vinny was still listening.
Oh,
so
yeah,
thank
you know,
you,
Vinny's
Vinny.
the man.
He's one of our OG listeners, and I appreciate you, man. Miss you. I remember he came to our studio one time with an anniversary cake for
He
us.
brought a
Remember
cake
that?
for us,
He brought a
yeah.
cake for us.
Vinny.
But Vinny's a good dude.
Thanks, Vinny.
I mean, if you
Yeah,
followed,
dude. I'll talk to you later.
All right, sounds good, brother.
if you followed Vinny on social media, you would think he was like satanic or something.
Right?
Yeah.
But he's
He's like a metal guy.
yeah.
He
Says the most inappropriate
says the
shit.
most inappropriate stuff.
But that's his
But that's-
humor.
he's-
That's just not.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
but
Vinny's,
acceptable
Vinny's the
today.
type of guy.
But see, he's
Vinny-
like the most
kind-hearted.
kind-hearted individual.
Vinny's the
Beneath
type of guy that
surface.
if a celebrity dies, Vinny's the guy that posts the inappropriate like burning meme like within 12 hours, like or something like so. Like, oh,
He's
Jesus,
the first.
Vinny.
He's the Gilbert Godfrey.
Yeah.
See, he balances it out.
And he did bring up something that I know you were confused by.
Yeah.
And by the way, we'll move on with that.
Well, to answer the question, yes, you need help.
Yeah.
man.
So that's
Yeah.
my plan this week. So
Something you never think of.
Tuesday night, I take off. We take the red eye. I land Wednesday morning, and Wednesday into Thursday is the 48-hour move-a-thon, where we figure it all out. We make it happen.
Now, I remember
Yeah.
when you went back there, what was it, a year ago at this point?
Yeah.
A lot of the stuff was in boxes already.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Has
Like,
it just been sitting in boxes the whole year?
no. It's there in store. When my mother left the
store.
house, when she left the house,
Those were Butch's building supplies for his next house.
yeah. There's a storage unit that my mother rented out,
Yeah,
like,
he's living
like
in
for
the box.
like
all
like
of
$100,
all
like
of
$100
that's-
a month
How did all
storage.
that stuff get to storage?
No, it's all Rich's brother Jimmy's old breakdancing equipment.
Yeah, no, I have a bunch of old
All those
school
boxes?
King Kong Bundy wrestling figures, the big heavy ones.
Pillow persons.
Yeah.
Sucks, man. You gotta. Well, actually, yeah. You said you're thinking positive about it.
Yeah,
This is the start of her new life. So
It's going to be a 24 to 48 hour adventure, and then maybe I'll see my brother's house for the first time. Gonna go. Jimmy's right there in Maryland.
invited.
If I'm invited, so we'll see what happens. Now, Vinny from Brooklyn said something that you had a hard time believing when I told you this morning. He said Robbie Cano DFA'd. Robbie Cano was.
Can't believe it. Talk about
reassigned.
fall from grace, man. Jeez.
Robbie Cano was essentially not cut from the Mets, but he's been reassigned, which I didn't know if some veterans weren't even, that was in their contract. Like, you can't reassign me.
Sports.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to do sports, but it's one quick Robbie Cano note.
I made the intro.
Yeah, but Robbie Cano is not just some random guy.
Sports.
I wrote some Robbie Cano notes down.
I thought you
Can't
just-
even find
I thought
them
you
now.
wrote some Robbie Cano jokes.
Robbie Cano.
I wrote 8-time All-Star, designated for assignment. Cano. Like, I get it. The Mets have the best record in the NL, and you got this veteran who's clearly struggling, and that brings down the vibe of the team. But we're talking, guys, I watched Robbie Cano as a Yankees fan in his prime. Talk about natural talent, man. This kid was a hitting machine. He had the looks. He had the smile. He had the talent. He's a champion. He was the best of the best.
You got young, hungry, talented Robbie Cano. The Mets have suspended for a year, steroid, end of his career, chubbier, not as bat speed's not there. Like we got a different Robbie Cano. Robbie Cano is almost 40 now. You said kid? He's a 40-year-old guy, like one of the oldest
40.
in baseball.
No way.
He's almost 40.
Really?
Gotta
He's
be.
Dominican 40. Look how long Manny Ramirez played.
Robbie Cano, what is he batting right now? Because
isn't he on the interstate?
Oh, that would be
I have a question.
That would be generous.
Were the Yankees getting rid of him, or did he just want more money?
Oh, he's going to be 40 this year.
He moved on to Seattle for the money.
He went to Seattle. Remember Jay-Z's company signed that big contract?
Absolutely. I do. I remember he had at the time, it was like a 10-year?
He did it to himself.
It was like the big, so he sold out.
He was like on top of the world, dude. He was like the face of the Yankees after Jeter. Like he could have been the franchise player. He was that good. Everybody loved him, and he delivered. The only criticism was he was so smooth and so good, it appeared he didn't hustle at times. And that was the only criticism of Robbie Cano. Took the money, went to Seattle. Career was never the same. Got involved in PEDs and steroids, was suspended. Career went downhill. Fall from grace, big time. But
batting under 200.
I don't think it's just. It could be just that he's older, Rich, but his career was never the same.
Yeah, I mean, 41 at bats, 8 hits.
I'm surprised though, a guy as skillful as he was. You know those Dominican dudes? They just like they're born fucking hitters.
So he was offered.
He can't just adjust his game. Like he's doing that bad. That's shocking to me.
So in 2013, at the time when he signed the 10-year 240, he was offered a 7-year 175 with the Yankees to stay.
Oh,
but he took that 10-year deal
because he wanted He wanted 3 more years out of his contract, and he only ended up staying in Seattle for what, 4 years?
Yeah.
Rich, I think, gave the best analogy last night. Rich actually predicted this last night on Fox Sports Radio off the air. Rich was telling me how bad he was doing. I was shocked.
I was like,
really?
when do you think the Cano experiment's over? That's what I said last night to you, because I said they're going to have to make some cuts now. And
well, they brought him back. He was off. He was suspended, but now designated hitters allowed in the NL.
Give him a chance.
He could fit in there. Let's give him a chance. Rich gave the best analogy to me. He said, remember the 86 team, the world famous 1986 World Series Mets champions? For the first half of the season, George Foster was a part of the team. And he came with this legendary swag about him. But essentially, he was the guy that wasn't fitting in anymore because he was bringing that old school vibe.
Yeah, they had Darryl and Gary Carter and Kevin Mitchell and Keith Hernandez and all these young guys.
With the excitement.
Yeah, and eventually the Mets cut. And at the time, it was like, cut George Foster? I mean, I don't know. Robbie Cano, when you see all these young, fiery players in the Mets.
Kind of like Spencer on Winning Time. He's just bringing down the vibe, huh?
You guys are caught up on Winning Time.
You gotta think to yourself, veterans, Father Time always wins, and a guy like Robbie Cano, it's probably terrible to think, but it's over now. Maybe he goes somewhere else to play for a year because he could still add something, but when you're talking about not being able to make a roster, I was telling you, there's guys on the team where you're like, hey, who do they want? Robbie Cano or Jankowski, their utility guy? They keep Jankowski because he's fast and young and
useful, and he's
useful.
Fitting in.
Where
when a player is playing as bad as he's playing, he's bringing down the vibe of the team because he's. Yeah. I hate to use this expression, but he's the cancer at this point, and that team doesn't need.
But they like him as a guy, which is the tough part. You know what it's sort of like.
But if he's not, is he happy about it?
I'll give you an analogy that we could all get. Robbie Cano sort of became the Roy Kent of the team, where
they rally around him. They like him,
but
he's hobbling around.
He was a legend, but he's done. Remember how at one point Ted Lasso had to make the tough decision to bench and not start Roy Kent.
By the way,
Roy Kent,
and not to give it away. I mean, this is history. But last night's episode of Winning Time, the rise of the Lakers dynasty on HBO Max. The episode was about how Jerry Buss and the coaches left it up to the team to cut Spencer Haywood. But it was more drug related.
Way to give it away.
I mean, it's It's not. I'm just telling you what the episode was about.
You just told us what happened.
I mean, it happened in life.
Yeah, but I went back and looked it up, now I know what happens.
I didn't tell you if he.
You said the team got. You said it was up to the team if they cut Spencer
Haywood. I'll tell you what happened. But he was the guy. He's the Cano in this scenario. Like, what do we do with the one guy who's bringing down the vibe? Is it going to help the team win? Oh yeah, we like this guy.
Roy Kent.
We're trying to win.
Roy Kent was the best example, even though it's fictional.
It's a matter. Look, even in business, Rich. Yo, we're trying to win. Are you in or out? And you know the way Cano's performing, it just doesn't seem like he's in.
No, it's a bummer. Robbie Cano. May you possibly see him for another team at some point? Maybe. Does he come back up to the Mets when there's an injury? Maybe.
Nah, I think he's done.
I don't really care about that show, but you guys are by far, hands down, the worst at spoiling episodes that just aired. That's from John D. I mean,
by saying that they had to make the decision for this guy,
that's the plot line of the whole episode. I'm going to promise you he got cut.
That's like saying, hey, man, did you see that story about Abe Lincoln? You know, he got shot.
Really? You think people are versed on the 1980 Lakers? You think they're learning it through the show?
I'm not saying that it's completely accurate, but this part of the story has already been in development, that he's not fitting in with the team. That's not anything new. And it's not a spoiler if that shit happened already in real life.
So any show that's based slightly on real life, you should be able to spoil any episode?
And that's happening. All I said was the team has to come to the decision on whether or not to cut the guy, what they're going to do with that guy. Same way Robbie Cano. I'm making it relevant. I'm not spoiling shit. You should have watched that last night anyway. Fuck yourself. So
Cano is the biggest proof of all. I agree with this statement that when these guys have a chance to sign that 10+ year contract, do it. Because do it. Because you don't know.
Is that really the answer here? Or if he stayed where he was thriving, who knows how his life would have went?
Stay in Seattle?
No, he was thriving in New York. Thriving.
No, I think the lesson here is that if you are offered a 10 to 12 year contract making $20, $30, $40 million a year, I think you take that because there's a better chance your back end of that career will sort of stink. If Cano signed that Yankee deal, he would not have got that money. He would not have got that money if he signed a couple of years ago. You think anyone was signing Robbie Cano to a big deal?
Sometimes, on the flip side, you bet on yourself.
The saddest story.
Aaron Judge turned down a big contract this year because he's like, I'm better.
Will that come back to haunt him?
I don't think so.
It came back to haunt Michael Conforto.
Sure did.
Who was
Let's
offered...
not get nerdy, though, Rich.
Michael Conforto was offered over $120 million to stay on the Mets spot. And he said, I'm gonna test the market. Now he's not playing in baseball. He's on the injured list, and he's not on a team, which means he's making $0 right now. A goose egg. So, U-Haul.
Vinny in Brooklyn. You know what Vinny in Brooklyn proves too? It's like your support comes from the most random of places sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Rich has plenty of friends in Long Island that he grew up with.
Not really anymore. Everyone moved.
Nobody's around. No one.
Maybe like 2 people. I don't know.
I'm saying you're from the area.
I know.
Right? But Vinny from Brooklyn is the guy that steps up and says, hey, man, I'll help you out. It's fucking crazy. We've noticed that so much in life. We've been doing a show for almost 20 years, and 95% of our support comes from people we never even met. Our own best friends growing up, and some of our family members don't even know what the fuck we're doing.
Meanwhile, a nice guy we met along the way is helping me, offering to help me move.
Isn't that amazing?
People are unbelievable. People are unbelievable. The kindness and and the confusion on the other side of things. Right? So I have a deep thought, but I'll pass the conch to you, whatever you want to get to next. But I have a deep thought on deck that is a doozy.
Okay. I have a few things. One's deep. This doesn't sound like fun. I can make that wait. That doesn't sound like fun. I have a question. I'll pose a question.
By the way, I agree with John D. You're over 40. You don't ask people to help you move.
I didn't ask people to help me move.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Why?
Like when you get to a certain age, you pay people. You don't bother your friends because
Rich does. Rich says that's what friends are for.
Because
that's why he asked for rides to the airport.
Your friends throwing out their drives are different, but your friends throwing out their back for a slice of pizza and a beer is not worth it.
It's interesting. Interesting take.
Yeah.
I don't know if I agree.
Like, I got to be honest, I'd be a little bit reluctant to help like move heavy objects anymore because of my back.
Yeah, but then you say, "Hey, kindly, dude, I just
I can help you pack things up. I can move things, but like
I think your back thing is a legitimate reason to say, yeah,
of course.
I can't.
Like it's one thing working.
But that's it's also a new. I'll be honest. What you're describing right now is, I'm true when I say this. Sarah thinks it's wild to me.
What?
Like, it's a very East Coast. Like, it's a very East Coast. I don't want to help my friends type of thing. Sarah, like a ride to the airport in Texas is like, yeah, no problem. Like any one of your friends would be like, I'll drive to the airport. Any one of your friends needs a favor? Yeah, you're my friend. Hey, can I get a ride home after the bar? Yeah, sure, we're friends. New York, I don't know. It's how we grew up. Like
it's the hassle of going to the airport in New York City, going to like JFK.
Yeah, but
is a fucking nightmare.
It's a hassle.
If you ever need a ride on a boat, I got you, Rich. If you ever need a ride on a boat,
yeah,
I got you.
I know.
But
yeah, rock on.
Going to
I'll
LAX
take you anywhere.
See?
Rock on.
There he is on the back. Going to LAX, nightmare.
I
like Burbank, I'll drive you every day and 5 times on Sunday.
The point is, when you go to the airport or need a hand in any other state, it's like this weird East Coast, like, hey, I'm not going to help you. Hey, where you go? I'm going home. Can you drop me on your way? Oh, you're like 10 minutes out of my way. Like other states would be like, yeah, you're my friend. I'll drive you. Sarah's amazed by the lack of help that friends in New York and LA, like
different people.
It's different. It come from a different cloth.
Sarah hits 40 and she throws out her back.
Like Sarah, like I'll give you an example. If you need someone to take you somewhere, or
oh, you need a ride to the airport. Oh, you're moving. You need help. Fuck out of here.
No, that's it's an East Coast thing. It's
oh, you got boxes. Fuck out of here.
Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here.
Hey. No, but there's kind people like Lisa and Vinny.
Ride to JFK. Fuck out of here.
No, there's kind people,
you
but
dress and a TV.
Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here.
Different people, bro.
I know.
It just is.
No,
that's all it is.
From a different cloth.
All right, so my observation is a silly one, but we're going over things to talk about on the show today, and Rich says to Spot, "Hey, make sure you have that meme ready, right?" Spot, and this is no knock on you, Spot. It just kind of is Spot. He so rudely says, "Yeah, I already saw that.
I saw it a couple weeks ago.
I
saw it in my Harry Potter. Sorry,
but dude,
my world
to back you up, right?"
But so many
how many times I want to just tell people, yeah, I saw that.
I say it
but
all
there's
the time.
no polite way.
I just say I saw
to be
that.
like, all right, so my question today is...
I saw that side crying, happy, laughing face.
My question is, how do you politely...
I just say it.
Or is there a polite way to say, yeah, I've seen it. When it comes to movies, clips, and more than ever in today's world, memes.
I saw a meme
because
that
it comes across like you're a condescending douche. Like, yeah, I saw that like 3 weeks
ago. Spot comes across that way all the time. I just wasn't sure if it was that.
But I mean, like there's a couple handful of people, and cancel if you want. Yeah. But there's a couple people that constantly send me something. Like all they do is send me videos, and I get alerts, and I'm like, but it's always stuff that I've seen.
Yeah, Jordan. Jordan said to me last night. She's like,
I don't find funny.
What are you doing all the time on social media? I'm like, I don't know, responding to people who send me memes that I've seen all day, and I don't know how to fucking say I've seen that. And here's the other thing. Let's say it's like taco related. I saw that shit
10 times.
10 times 3 weeks ago. You just got around to it, and you're sending it to me now. And I don't want to discourage anybody from sending me things and trying to make me laugh. That's great. Maybe I did miss it.
Just know there's a good chance I've seen it.
There's a good chance that we've seen it. That's what we do.
I'm a little bit more plugged in than the average person.
Right. So how do you politely say, because even if I wrote, Rich, I've seen it, thanks. Or do you just pretend like,
first time you saw it.
Thanks.
Like pretend like
honestly,
it's the first time you saw it.
I do. But it's annoying. It's like, yeah, dude, I saw that a month ago.
You sent it to me last night. Notice how I didn't respond? Because I just didn't want to I didn't want to defend you.
So in other words, you did that to Spot.
I picture you being so excited to send
perfect. This is a perfect example because Rich sent Spot a Harry Potter meme. If anyone's going to see the Harry Potter meme months ago, years ago maybe, it's Spot. So how does he politely say,
mention, like,
seen it?
He's not polite, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but is there a polite way?
Oh, if he wanted to be polite, if Spot wanted to change his personality,
is there a way?
Like I also roll
I'm
my
faced
eyes
with it all the time.
Let me show the meme, but I also roll my eyes because it's like I already knew this.
So
like years
but
ago.
But it's like, all right, ready? It's like if someone told you a joke back in the day, you're sitting through the joke, and you're like, yeah, I know this one.
if you know the joke, you sit through it and still laugh.
So in today's world, you just
if your father-in-law, your coworker, or your boss is telling you a joke and you've heard the joke,
not to mention,
you don't say, "Oh, I'm going to stop you right there. I've heard this one."
Let me.
One of my buddies told me
you say that. That's a classic, implying I've seen it.
That's kind.
I know it. And thanks for sharing. Oh, good. Yeah, that's a good one. Oldie but a goodie.
I heard,
I've seen it a million times. Thanks for sharing.
I think I heard someone tell.
The aristocrat.
No, Handsome Gabe told a Norm Macdonald joke.
The aristocrats
recently. Like it's a classic Norm joke about a guy with a dog, and I had heard it, but I listened to Gabe tell a few people at our Vegas trip.
Gabe tells it fantastic though. Yeah.
But I was like, I was still engaged. I'm like, oh, I want to hear Gabe tell the joke. But I didn't say, I'm going to stop you right there. For everyone, just so you know, I've heard this joke Gabe is telling.
It's different with memes nowadays, too, though, because people love sharing memes. And I don't want to stifle anyone's sharing, because it's all in fun. But it's a little, would cumbersome be the word? Or a little overboard? Mm-hmm. When it's like, yo, man, I'm just trying to be polite at this point. Like, yeah, I've seen it. But I don't want to, like, dismiss anybody. I don't want to make people feel the way Spot made Rich feel this morning. Yeah, seen it.
I didn't feel bad, but I did be in my mind, I'm like.
But it put the thought in my mind that I feel that way often. And
you and I feel that way.
Try to politely dance.
You and I feel that way more than most people because we are so locked into this stupid shit because it's part of our like job and prep and what we look up.
Right.
But yeah, when someone sends you some shit you've already seen,
there's always the one guy who sends me something I didn't see. But then the 9 people afterward,
like Rich, if I sent you like a Mets meme, right? Chances are you've probably seen it.
You know how many people send me? There's a clip going around.
So
this is perfect.
Think
There's
about
a clip going right now, Spot.
Just think about it.
Hold on. There's a clip going around right now, and it's a TikTok and Instagram reel video of some guy talking about. And you sent it to me, Spot, and I had already seen it, and I ignored you too. So hey, we play both ways.
See,
but
it's a guy being interviewed. It's a guy being interviewed at Citi Field about what it's like to be a Mets fan. And the guy's like, hey, it's fucking awful. And you're disappointed. And you know how many people sent me that? But every time, I was always like, ha.
No.
Smiley face.
Yeah, but to see you're encouraging that. There's got to be a way. And I think I come with a solution like, that's a classic. It's implying I've seen it so many times that it's a classic to me.
Seen that,
but thank you.
Side, you know what I'm talking about, the side cry face?
Yeah.
That one. Not the straight up one.
I feel like what I really want to send back is the grumpy face, like
grumpy,
or a picture of a grumpy,
because it's like
grumpy.
Yeah, you really think I didn't see that? Oh. How do you think you saw that, but I didn't see that?
Spot, show everyone the meme I sent you. Because this is definitely something where Spot's like, oh, I've seen it. Duh.
Of course I've seen it. Not to mention.
Seen it. Here's the attitude that most people have, though, and Spot had today. Seen it.
So it says,
I roll.
Someone told me that Harry Potter is supposed to take place between 1991 and 1998, which I knew because I'm the same age as Harry Potter.
And by the way, today is International Harry Potter Day.
Which is ridiculous because not once in 7 books does a single character say, man, the Chicago Bulls are having a hell of a run, huh? Funny. Seen it.
All right. Sorry, Grumpy.
Seen it. Here's what I want to do. See all day. Seen it. Next. Seen it. Next.
Grumpy.
Seen it. But I don't want to sound like a fucking douche nose.
Like I knew
Seen it.
Like I knew it.
Seen it.
It's like you don't talk about like all the other news things going on in the news. It's a fictional story that took place during my lifetime. We're the same age.
But again, for every 10 that you've seen, there is still that one that you didn't.
I would have participated in the Battle of Hogwarts.
You know what I was dying laughing at, but I didn't send it to you because I'm like, I could promise you they've seen it. Because there are times I see some funny shit, but I say, you know what?
But don't you think you should? We had a theory last night.
Should I still send it? Because then you could, because if you've seen it, hold on, let me get this out. Yeah. Do you still send it because if it's one of your buddies, if he's seen it, he can be like, yeah, fuck you, I've seen it. But if he didn't see it, then he didn't see it. Like if I hold back,
think before you send.
But if I hold back thinking you've seen it,
like we said last night on Fox Sports Radio, think before you boo, because you don't know who you're booing.
yeah, people were booing the Make-A-Wish kid for the Giants until they realized it was a Make-A-Wish kid.
Think before you boo. Think before you send, and say to yourself, wait a second, this is a Mets meme? Is this a meme about Alf? Oh, this is a meme about Joe Montana? Rich is probably.
Bro, you know how many times people sent me this picture of a woman sitting in court and her hair looks like Alf's face?
I swear.
Oh my God.
I've been getting that for a year. I've been getting that for a year.
Same, because I'm associated with you. Enough of that. Alf's not in court. It's a woman. I get it. I've seen it a million times. My question again, polite way to say it, I don't know. It's hey, that's a classic.
Hey, what if you put, did you see this before the meme? Listen, I'm still all for sending them.
That?
Here's the outcome. Rock on. Here's the outcome.
Just say rock on.
You send it regardless.
Just send rock
If your buddy doesn't write you back, the assumption is he saw it, no harm. If he writes you back, then he's like funny. That means, you actually caught him with something he didn't say.
In our business, you want to respond to people who reach out.
I just say,
so
saw that, laughy face.
If I give you a fist bump emoji, that means I've seen it.
Laughy face, saw that?
No, so that's douchey.
No,
what I do? If I've seen it,
you shouldn't get the satisfaction of thinking that you're the first one to send it to me.
Spot, if I've seen it,
sounds
that
dickhead.
satisfaction is reserved for the person that's the first one to send it to me.
And when I write saw that, I feel like it's like, nice try, buddy.
You know what I say?
I don't want to say nice try, buddy.
You know what I put that as? That's a challenge to this person. To want to find something.
No,
that
you're
I've
bad
never
customer.
seen.
You're the worst customer service rep.
Yeah, I'm trying to be like, I want to let you know that I've seen it, but I also want to say thank you.
Yeah.
So it's like.
How about one of these? A little the fist bump emoji. Like, hey, that's cool. Yeah, I've seen it.
You know what? That's fine. That's good.
Fist bump. Hey, Spot, there's something that I'm probably assuming you've both seen, but maybe a lot of people haven't. I don't know why I find this so funny.
Is it the girl laying on the floor with a vibrator short cord?
No.
I've never seen that, actually.
It's a video. Well, we all seen the video of the girl who bumps her hip on the bed frame and she's like, ah.
Yeah, I sent it to you.
Have you seen all the remixes people have done?
I sent it to you and you probably ignored it. I was the first one to send it to you. I know that for a fact.
That's not true. You sent it a couple weeks ago.
Exactly.
But but I'm saying since. Have you seen all the
Spot
remixes?
wants the credit. That's a whole other discussion.
You didn't even acknowledge
Spot thinks he gets the credit for something that 37 million people have seen.
No, I'm gonna.
You think you've seen it before?
But I was the one to introduce it to you.
We didn't respond to you, which means
I sent it to you. I'm gonna look it up.
Well,
April
what Spot hates is he's the first to send it to you, and then you take the credit.
Exactly.
When you send it to all your friends.
There's no credit. There's no credit.
I said, look at this and
you're
look at all the memes.
You're stealing Spotty's laughs.
I said, look at this and look at all the remixes.
That's
you
a
guys
whole.
didn't even say anything.
It's a
because
whole
I'd already
meme
seen
conversation.
them.
No, you hadn't.
You don't know me.
You didn't see all those remixes that I sent you.
What does it mean?
If you don't know, Spot, play it if people don't know what you mean. This girl is funny. For some reason, this girl. This is weeks old.
Can you send it to me? I haven't seen it.
It's on the intro. So this girl bumps her hip on the bed frame, and I think this is the best example of the internet being way more creative than I'd ever thought it was going to be.
No, the internet always wins. Internet's funny.
Where is it? Did you send it to me?
It's on our Covino and Rich
My
messages.
daughter Melody said two things to me.
April
that
20th.
actually put some sort of
I sent it.
peace in my heart. She said she loves the internet, where I'm like frightened by how it could affect her, and it does affect her. She says she doesn't know what she'd do without it. It brings her so much joy and the way she's able to communicate with her friends and the things she finds funny. I'm like, good. I'm happy to hear that because I feel like it's done nothing positive for your life. But she's like, I don't know what I would do without it. Like, I love it. So that made me feel good. And then she also said that the pandemic was, believe it or not, good for her because she found herself a little more through that time.
Yeah, I don't think she needed a pandemic though.
No, but it made me feel good because I'm like,
she's at least looking positively.
She's thinking positively. Like she felt a little lost before that and found herself a little more with all that time. And I'm like, oh, that's great to hear because I felt bad that you were robbed of 2 years of your childhood.
Hey, the positive spin's a good thing.
Yeah.
But Spot, play a couple remixes of this girl just as a little palate cleanse. I find it the perfect example of how the internet is just a funny place.
Why do we need a palate cleanse? I thought we were having a fine conversation.
Oh, we are. Using this sugar-free creamer. It tastes like ass. That's why I need a palate cleanse. I'll be honest.
Sugar-free?
Ass cheeks.
Tastes like, I've been, trying to cut back on the azúcar.
All right, here we go.
We've all seen this girl, right? bang her hip.
Here's the original video.
I've seen it, but I've never watched it. Like I've seen this.
Oh.
Hold on.
So for some reason, it just people think it's the funniest thing because she's. And everyone's like, why would she make that sound?
I was dying when I saw this.
Ooh, listen, baby, ain't no mountain, ain't no valley low, ain't no river.
All right, we can do this. Okay?
No matter what I do, all I think about is you.
That's a good one.
That's my favorite one.
That's a really good one.
No, this is my favorite. It's the Harry Potter one.
Harry Potter Day.
Happy International Harry Potter Day.
Oh, baby, oops, did it again. I blame it.
All right, whenever you're ready, take your time, okay? Me and you, don't be nervous.
Should have bought your flowers.
Oh my God. The internet is undefeated. It wins. The internet fucking wins.
All the time I turn around, brothers gather around, always looking at me up and down, looking at my. I just want to say now, I ain't turn around, don't a little mama. I don't want to.
Oh, man.
These creative mosuckers out there.
Dying.
You know.
Oh, what's up?
It aggravates me and I applaud it all at the same time. I'm so torn on it.
It doesn't aggravate me at all.
It does. It should because what we decided to make a career, people do in their bedroom all day, and are probably hungrier than we are. Well, I was watching Ronnie, whose comedy special the other day. They're like, you know, everyone has one, and they're like, a podcast. I was watching somebody. It's like
Ronnie Chang, I think.
Was it Ronnie Chang? Everybody under the moon has a podcast. So yeah, we chose a career
between two buns
in which everyone does now from their bedroom.
Yeah, but you're making a living where people are not making a living. There's
I get
a big
it,
difference.
but it's not that big of a difference.
I think it is.
It's not.
I think it is.
Not.
All right, so
not that big of a difference.
Someone making zero revenue versus you making a fine living doing a podcast, a Patreon. Oh, you're still a professional.
I'm ahead of the game, but I should be ahead of the game. That's expected because I devoted 20 years to this.
Well, give me any other career.
Major League Baseball player.
I play softball.
It's not the same.
I don't get paid to play a similar game. If you're not getting paid to do broadcasting, it's a hobby. Like a lot of people on their iPhones taking pictures. Are they photographers now? There's still photographers that make money that are like, wow, the landscape's different. Everyone's got a smartphone, and you could take a picture on your phone that's nicer than a professional picture 10 years ago. But that doesn't mean photographers don't exist anymore.
I take pretty good photos, but I acknowledge that I'm nowhere near a professional photographer.
Well,
I just have a good eye.
That was a funny. I agree to disagree. That was a funny remix of videos. So the internet wins, and guess what, Rich? I never saw it.
Oh, look at that.
There it is. So is there a polite way to say seen it? Yes.
No matter what I do, all I think about is you.
Happy International Harry Potter Day.
I could watch that shit over and over.
That one made me. I feel like the instrumental ones made me laugh the most. That and Mozart.
Hey, it's getting kind of late. I got a lot of rando news. Rando news, and then back to your stories. All right, rando news of the day. May the 2nd, 2022. Something takes a part of May.
It's gonna be May. Oh, Spot. Go to since it is May now, in honor of the It's Gonna Be May, Justin Timberlake. Look up Lance Bass on TikTok and Instagram. He did the whole dance to It's Gonna Be Me. Like, he leans into it. That's what I sort of like about Lance Bass. He's always been a nice guy to us, but he very much leans into.
That's not all he leans into.
Penis.
This is how I made some.
Sorry.
Lance Bass.
He always looks like he's like sleepy or like
droopy,
like dazed. Like he just woke up.
Lance Bass did the NSYNC "It's Gonna Be Me" dance on his TikTok.
A dopey looking
Is it
guy.
him teaching?
No, it's just him. It's just him, and he's all.
Oh, here it is.
It's like, it was like, yeah, he's leaning into the fun, right? Where it's like he could just ignore it. He's like, it's gonna be May.
I used to know this dance.
Do you think it's muscle memory, or do you think you had to look it up?
Muscle memory.
Yeah? Must be a weird life, right? You were one of the biggest stars on planet Earth in a boy band.
I used to know that dance.
And now you're like, living your life. But I mean, it's got to be a weird feeling. A grown-up boy band member?
Man, those fucking 2000s are so great.
He was just a little boy. Now he's a grown man. Hey, speaking of muscle memory.
That video was fantastic.
I went back to the gym, and my triceps are on fire right now. Oh, my God.
His tries are on fire.
Yeah, I started the gym as of yesterday.
We're going to be gym bros together.
And yeah, I'm not ready for gym bros. I'm ready to take it slow.
Is that a store? Is that a store in Union, New Jersey? Gembro?
Gembro.
Hey, Gembro.
That's Gembro, not Jimbro. So yeah, speaking of muscle memory, I think my muscles forgot how to do a lot of things. So it'll be a nice climb back. But I'm excited about it.
Oh shit.
It's gonna be May.
Sorry. I didn't realize switching the videos would stop it.
Rando news of the day. I'll just go in no particular order, okay? And Rich, whatever sticks, you roll with.
Sticky.
Sticky patches.
Limp Bizkit apparently canceled a show in Florida. It's funny.
Next.
No cap?
Pass.
That's how I feel when you say a lot of things. I'm not as rude.
Okay, Limp Bizkit. Go on.
No cap.
Like when you brought up Lance Bass, I could be like, next.
You could have.
No cap.
Limp Bizkit canceled a show in Florida.
No cap.
But it's a funny reason. They're performing at the Hard Rock in Florida.
Yeah.
Right?
In Hollywood, Florida.
And Hard Rock's like, there will be no moshing. And Fred Durst is like, we need to mosh. And they're like, we're canceling this show. We need to mosh.
No moshing, no show.
No moshing, no show. So they canceled the show because there was a disagreement there. I thought that was interesting. I guess they'll try to make it up, but Hard Rock said no. And Limp Bizkit was like, we're going home.
Speaking of residencies, did
Take
you
me
see
to the Matthews Bridge.
After passing up and her boyfriend, super agent, who's Adele's agent boyfriend? Rich Paul. They're coming to a deal with a new Vegas hotel. They haven't announced which one yet, but for all the middle-aged women out there that are going to pay $500 to go see Adele, they have a new residency that's almost being finalized. But actually, by the time we're having this conversation right now, it might be finalized. But because you remember, Adele was set to make hundreds of millions of dollars, not like a little money. Like I think it was like $500,000 a show, and she was doing 2 a day for like months. So hundreds of millions of dollars now back on the table for Adele.
Did I read correctly that apparently all people that got or have tickets to the residency got free tickets to an Adele impersonator show?
I did not see that, but that would be amazing.
I swear I read that somewhere. Could have been fake.
What was the rock cover band again that they would?
The Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Yes. Yes, they went to go see the
There's
Red Hot
also
Chili
another one. The Red Knot Chili Peppers are making a lot of news because people are buying tickets to see the Red Knot Chili Peppers cover band.
No.
Yeah, so anyway, I just thought it was funny that...
No mosh and no show.
Yeah.
No mosh.
Bullshit. Right? So he's like, they left. Canceled. Naomi Judd passed away at 76. And it was 24
so
hours.
You can take that cookie and stick it in your...
Did Judd kill herself?
Yeah, I think there's speculation.
There's speculation that at 76, that's a...
Well, here's the other thing. Like, it was 24 hours after she was notified that she's going to be entered into the Country Hall of Fame.
I know.
The Country Music Hall of Fame. So she's dead at 76, and Ashley broke down giving the speech about her mom, and you know,
it's very sad.
Yeah, it's really sad.
My only speculation is that the minute they mentioned mental health, that's when you were like, oh wow, it's demons got her at that age. Like, you know, wow. Imagine fighting those feelings your whole life, and then at 76 being like, I can't take it anymore.
That's crazy.
Wild.
In other country artist news, Carrie Underwood, Rich,
stagecoach with who'd she rock with stagecoach?
Axl Rose.
Axl Rose and Carrie Underwood.
So she's performing as stagecoach. Oh, well, here's Ashley
She
Judd.
appreciated your love for her, and I'm sorry that she couldn't hang on until today. Your esteem for her and your regard for her really penetrated her heart. And it was your affection for her that did keep her going in these last years. And please come see Pop. Please do come see him.
So sad.
Wow. Well,
miserable. Sorry. Yeah, life stinks sometimes. But Carrie Underwood had the time of her life. She's calling it the greatest night of her life. I would imagine professionally, when she took the stage at Stagecoach and welcomed one of her heroes. She rocked out, which is kind of cool.
She's great.
Yeah, she took the stage with Axl Rose, and they did Sweet Child O' Mine and Paradise City together. She said it was, again, I'm quoting Carrie Underwood, the greatest night of her life.
That's got to be really cool for both of them, right? I mean, Carrie Underwood and Axl Rose
pretty dope.
Probably have a mutual generational respect for each other, I'd imagine, right? Carrie Underwood is like a league leader in like hot, shiny legs, isn't she?
She armorals him. But the pictures I've seen of this, she looks smoking hot.
Why did Carrie Underwood's legs always look like perfect, like
shiny,
glossy, like she went... You're right, armoralled them.
She gets them detailed. She turtle waxes those bad boys.
When she's at the car wash, she gets like the, you know what, the highest one that no one ever buys?
Yeah.
Like the super wash.
For her legs.
Yeah. God, she's hot.
I just like seeing her rock out a little bit, you know? Sexy.
Well, this is more of a country rock crossover than you'd like to admit because you're a rock guy, but rock and country are genres that are not far apart.
They're not far apart because there's instruments involved.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying they're cut from the same cloth in my book.
What book is that?
It's like, there's a monster at the
How to
end
Be
of this
Awesome?
book. No, there's a monster at the end of this book.
How to Be Awesome with Rich Davis.
My favorite Carrie Underwood story, because the outcome to me is sort of like eye-rolly. Do you remember when she came out saying, I was in an accident and my face will never look the same?
Yeah.
And we were like, oh my God, poor Carrie Underwood. She's beautiful and talented. This is terrible. And then she comes out.
It was like...
And like she had a little cut on her face that plastic surgeons must have been amazing. And it looked honestly like...
I scratch myself in my sleep more.
Yeah, I was going to say...
I wake up with mystery scratches on my face all the time.
A child playing with your fucking 2-year-old, you'll get more scratches on your face. But Carrie Underwood looks fantastic.
All right, days before...
Am I the only one that wakes up with mystery scratches? No? Okay.
Really? Do you?
I do. I don't understand it. Like, always like here on my cheeks.
Sounds like demons, maybe.
Days before Amanda Heard's testimony, she fires her PR team. That's the update there. Because she wants to make sure this crisis is handled like in a particular way. Because she's
just like over here like this.
Well, think about it. Her career is in the grumpy. It's in the shitter right now. And her reputation is not. It's not growing after all this. And I don't think she's going to be a sought out after all of this.
Broski.
So grumpy. She's trying to handle it. So just know that everything you see moving forward is all strategical. Like her PR team is going to do, her new PR teams do everything in their power to make sure she, all right, pun intended, they're trying to polish this turd the best way they can.
Grumpy. Did you say Amanda Heard?
Amber Heard.
Yeah, Amanda Bynes is also in the news. That's why.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She, she's Amber Heard is supposed to be in the new Aquaman, the sequel. So I'm sure they're going to try and spin it around that.
Look at it this way. This is you know how a lot of times, I by no means feel bad for her at all. She seems like a fucking lunatic. But you know how in court,
well, that's why she needs a new PR team.
Every so often, Covino, every so often, they decide to make an example of someone. It could be a drug case. It could be a white collar money laundering case. It could be but someone's like, they're going to make an example of you. I feel like in the world of, now they're saying toxic femininity.
It's a real thing, though.
Is she the example? Is she the unfortunate victim of like, all right, now we're going to take a break and look at the flip side. And it's like Amber Heard is now the face of abusive wife. Like, I think Amber Heard, wrong place, wrong time. And she pissed off the wrong people, because every testimony I watch and every compilation video people have put together on social media, I'd send them to you, but I figured you've seen them already.
Seen it.
That's like, have you seen Ben Shapiro talk about some of this stuff? He's
seen it.
So odd, but funny.
I don't think he's funny at all, but he's interesting.
I find him funny and interesting.
I think he's
But
a
I
nerd.
don't know if funny would be the word.
He's interesting. He makes me think.
I find him funny. He makes me think. But
I don't know if funny.
just
the
like
word, though.
there's nothing okay about a woman punching a dude in the face.
But even the audio of her being
Yeah,
like,
we've grown to like accept that as okay for years because we're men or whatever.
Her
It's
and
like,
Jada,
she's now the face of the opposite. Like, no, it's not okay.
no,
Amber
her and
turd.
Jada at the same time. What happened to Will Smith and what Johnny Depp is describing now is in the sensitive PC world we live in. Honestly, we finally got around to the this subject. Like, well, what about women that abuse their guys? And Amber Heard's like, bad timing. I'm in the spotlight when this is actually transpiring. And I'll tell you what, if you watch this trial, Amber Heard's attorneys honestly are like the My Cousin Vinny attorney before they got. Remember how they?
There's a clip of the attorney. I'm sure you're going to say this. Objecting to his own question.
Yeah, it was objection. I'm sorry, I can't object to myself. Oh, and there's
like you asked the question.
They have some Boccia Galoop on the stand. There's three things I'll bring up and we'll move on. Boccia Galoop on the stand. Like we're talking like Vinny from Brooklyn.
Don't forget Smokey Vato.
Smokey Vato's number 2 spot. Number 1, guy in the stand. Like, hey, I just had some gabagool for lunch. So do you gabagool? Do you know what type of makeup Miss Heard wears? You think I know? No. All right, on the date mentioned, do you know what type of makeup she was wearing then? God, I don't know how you're asking me this question. They go, hey,
he's
right.
I don't know what makeup my wife uses.
He goes, on this date, was Miss Heard wearing makeup that was possibly covering up something? You expect me to know that? No, I don't know. No again. The answer's no again. Then he goes, sir, did you ever refer to Miss Heard as a cunt? And he goes, hey, I mean, but in a text message, sure, why not? I called Johnny a cunt. In fact, I call myself a cunt. Like, it's like I'm telling you, look up this guy later. He's a joke. And then they get the Vato behind the wheel who's blowing fucking vape at his nose.
Where's this fool going?
And they ask the same guy the same questions. Like,
where's this fool going?
You're like, you worked at the front desk. You're like, when you saw Miss Heard, he's like, you're like, I see Miss Amber like a lot, but like, I don't. You think I pay attention?
Did SNL spoof that?
They had to have.
Because that clip is the funniest shit.
Maybe
ever.
he's like, yo, Miss Heard, like, I see Miss Amber like walk in and walk out, but like, I'm not like looking closely.
Hey, like, listen, I don't know, man. I'm going to get my lunch right now. Like, it's hilarious.
And you see Johnny Depp giggling. And I think the most powerful witness was this good-looking. She looked like Julie Bowen from Modern Family and Happy Gilmore. Do you see the blonde woman that took the stand? She's like hot librarian, glasses, blondie.
I'm sure I did, yeah.
But she was like humiliating the attorneys. Like, honestly, if you don't know who I'm talking about, she was the... Oh, can you please look up this spot? It's worth playing just for the hell of it.
Don't touch me.
I'm sorry.
Continue.
Can you look up Johnny Depp muffins and see if you could find a 1 minute...
What are you Googling?
No, see if there's like a 2 minute clip. No, dude, I'm being serious. There's a clip where the prosecutor... What would it be? The Amber Heard? She's the defense.
I bet you if you just Googled stud muffins, pictures from Johnny Depp in the 80s would come up.
No.
Oh, okay.
There's this woman, right? And
There's
she's
like
like...
a 16. There's like a 16-minute clip about it. So let me preview it. Give me a second.
Well, hold on. Let me explain what they're saying. This woman is talking about how she brought muffins to a meeting. And they're like, ma'am, so your husband knows that you were meeting with Miss Heard? She's like, no, I just bought the muffin. You got to watch it to understand it, but it's the most humiliating. Like, yo, we're wasting time on this. If you've seen the muffin conversation, the whole Johnny Depp thing, I think there's no one. Is there anyone you know that's like Team Amber Heard here, or is she just done?
I don't know anybody.
I think Johnny Depp's being saved, like his reputation.
I think I found something about muffins.
They did? Miss Heard, yeah, let's see.
I think this has to do with muffins.
Maybe.
I feel like it's off mic, and then they come back and start talking about muffins. Yeah. This is it.
So, why did your husband get the muffins for Amber Heard?
He did not get the muffins for Amber Heard.
He knew you had a high-profile client, and you were preparing for a very long time, and you asked him to pick up the muffins, correct?
I asked him to pick up the muffins for me, yes.
Okay.
Is this real life?
Listen, watch.
Now, would you agree that domestic abuse can be verbal?
Absolutely, yes.
Would you agree that domestic abuse can be emotional?
Yes, certainly.
Would you agree that domestic abuse can be psychological?
Yes.
Would you agree that domestic abuse can be physical?
Yes.
Now, you indicated, and I believe you testified in your direct, that it's very important to review the treatment records before.
You can fast forward.
forming
It's a long clip, but
Yes.
she goes on and on like, so your husband bought the muffins. She's like, yeah, I was getting dressed and I was running late. And she's like, so your husband bought Amber Heard muffin. She's like,
personality disorder.
he went to the bakery to pick up muffins. So your husband bought Amber Heard muffins. It's the most ridiculous thing. And you're like, is this? It seems like a spoof. I'm sorry if
So
I'm
her
doing a terrible
husband
job.
knows the Muffin Man.
Exactly.
Got it.
He lives on Drury Lane.
Got it. In other news,
Sorry to make that confusing, but I'll try to find the muffin clip. It really is absurd.
I'm good, man.
I know.
In other news, I'll make it quick. We talked about it on Fox Sports Radio briefly. FoxSportsRadio.com last night. The biggest fight in women's history happened this weekend.
Oh,
and
was
I
there a
was
sale at
shocked.
Bloomingdale's?
No, it wasn't over shoes and a sale at Bloomingdale's. I was shocked. Our buddy Miguel Miggs hit me up. He's like, yo, just a reminder. And I'm like, yeah, that's right. They've been hyping this fight up all week. Katie Taylor's the heavyweight champion. She's an Irish woman.
Can we take a call real quick?
Who's on hold?
Mark in Colorado.
Hey, what's up,
I
Mark?
hate keeping it on hold.
I need to talk to Spot.
Oh, sorry. Me directly?
Yes.
Okay. Well, hold on. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Well, Katie Taylor's the heavyweight champion of the world in women's boxing. She has a huge Irish following. Amanda Serrano went up a few weight classes because she's like the best fighter out there, this Puerto Rican woman. And they sold out the Garden, and the Garden erupted this weekend. Like,
People
I was
love this.
shocked.
I'll be honest. I have friends.
I am a boxing fan, and dude, it was so loud that the referee couldn't hear the bell ringing at the end. Like ding, ding, ding. Referee, it was so loud at the Garden. It was unbelievable. Biggest fight in women's history.
There are people that are way behind this saying it changed the game for women's fighting, for real.
What happened and the sportsmanship involved at the end was like incredible, because I think that this Amanda Serrano woman got robbed. I think she beat the champion, Katie Taylor. It was close. Either way, it was close. And sometimes, you got to beat the champ convincingly to steal the belts. But man, what a fucking battle. And they did something different. And that's why I bring it up. They did 10 rounds, 2-minute rounds.
Yeah.
So instead of 12, men usually fight 12. It used to be 15. Remember?
Yeah, 12 rounds.
12 rounds, 3 minutes.
These were 2-minute rounds?
2-minute rounds. And it was just nonstop action.
That's awesome.
And I was so glad I watched it. And I was like, because I couldn't believe the hype for a woman's fight this way. I've never seen anything like it. I can't say enough about it. What a battle. What a fight. Congratulations to both of them. Katie Taylor got the decision and went the distance. So Irish eyes were smiling that night. In other fight news, Shakur Stevenson proved to me that he's tougher than I thought, and he's the next Floyd Mayweather. All you need to know is Shakur Stevenson is the next Floyd Mayweather. He is unbeatable at 130. They unified the belts. He beat Oscar Valdez. He destroyed him, gave him a boxing lesson, but what could he do in that sexy 135 weight division with Teofimo and Devin Haney and Lomachenko and Tank Davis, all those dudes? Can he compete with those dudes, the Ryan Garcias of the world? I don't know, but the dude is noticeably phenomenal. Shakur Stevenson, I don't like him. He's a great, great boxer, and he won this weekend. NBA playoffs, they continue tonight.
The Mavericks and the Suns tonight should be fun.
Yeah, you got 76ers in Miami, Mavericks and the Suns. Hope you enjoyed your playoffs this weekend.
Could and should be back game 3 or 4.
Yeah.
With wearing a mask, I'm sure.
Golden State Warriors pulled one out yesterday. So lots of excitement in the NBA playoffs. Now's the time to watch, especially tonight. Tonight's the time to watch. Start tuning in, and NHL playoffs begin, right?
I said it to you last night on Fox. Right now, the semifinals in the NBA is when it gets good, because now you got 8 teams, right? You got 4 teams in the East. You got 4 teams in the East, 4 teams in the West, and let's be honest, they're the right teams that should be there. So I think yesterday I watched the second half of the Memphis Golden State game.
Yeah,
you saw 2 things. Ja Morant, the guy's a beast. He's going to be one of the best players in the NBA for years to come.
Muffin.
He's a stud muffin. And by the way, I did find the muffin clip for Spot, and it's worth it.
It's not it's not Spot's first Muffin clip.
No, not at all. Or his last.
Seen it.
The Memphis Grizzlies are a fun team, and he's so good. But you know what you saw yesterday in the last minutes of the game? Experience and poise. And you forget that the Golden State Warriors went to the NBA Finals.
They know how to win.
5 years in a row.
Yeah.
5 years in a row they were in the finals. Yeah, a couple years break now for where, they've been injured and they weren't the same. But Steph Curry and Klay Thompson and Draymond was ejected. But that core knows how to fucking slow down the heartbeat or something with the minute or so left, because you could see it was a close game, and
those are the championship minutes.
The championship minutes, much like in a fight. The championship rounds.
That's when your experience comes through. Rich is absolutely right.
When there's 2 minutes left in the game and it's tied, and you're like, yo, I watched this whole NBA game and it's tied with 2 minutes. You're like, all right, 2 minutes left.
That's the difference. That's the difference, right? It's amazing to watch. So yeah, tune into that. And you made me think of one last thing.
Yeah.
The Golden State Warriors, Klay Thompson missed a few foul shots at the end to make it close.
Oh my God.
And again, we discussed
he was having
it.
the nervous farts, I bet.
FoxSportsRadio.com, please, if you want to hear more about this stuff. FoxSportsRadio.com. We posted the link from our podcast last night. Please subscribe. FoxSportsRadio.com. Covino and Rich every Sunday night. Check your local listing.
Yeah.
Nico Ali Walsh also fought this weekend.
What's the significance? I don't know.
He's Muhammad Ali's grandson, right? So this dude has like all this crazy hype around him simply based on his grandfather's legacy. And he's the first to tell you that he's learning on the job. But he's got a lot of natural potential and talent, but he's learning as he goes.
Isn't like
dude had a nasty knockout this weekend. The first time ever in his career, the chants of Ali were back.
That's cool.
Yeah. Ali. And the reason I bring him up is because he looks a lot like Klay Thompson. Like a lot.
Boxing is not something like learn on the job. Like, working at McDonald's.
Well, meaning
like
they're throwing him in the spotlight way too soon.
Radio production.
Yeah, that's the difference.
It's like getting in a ring. It's not like
you know how to run a board. Yeah, you can learn on the job. You know how to box another grown man trying to kill you.
That's like saying like,
you guys,
you want to be a surgeon?
No,
Come learn on the job.
No, because meaning he wouldn't be getting this national television exposure
if he wasn't Ali.
If he wasn't Ali's grandson.
So they're pushing him a little faster, perhaps.
Yeah,
kind of
but he's improving, dude, significantly.
American Idol turned away Aretha Franklin's granddaughter.
I like him.
True.
I like him, and it builds intrigue because you're like, yo, does this dude got what it takes?
Chad Smith's
Chad Smith's daughter, right?
Pull up a picture of him. He looks like Klay Thompson, which is why made me think of him. But man, he had a nasty. Just pull out. Actually, look up the knockout. I want you to see the knockout. Nico Ali Walsh.
Nico Walsh.
Yeah, Nico Walsh is Muhammad Ali's grandson. He wore Ali's actual trunks in his debut.
Nico, you like at a Panettone, Walsh?
And every fight, he's convincingly and noticeably better than before, and he's got some serious power. But he's not like, he's not an elite fighter by any means yet, but he's owning the moment for sure.
I bet you Ali really wasn't there and he just added it for like cred.
Yeah.
No, it's his grandfather.
Yeah, but he added it because he's a fighter. It would be like you.
I think that's.
It would be like you. It would be like you voluntarily
that's what his
taking.
mom goes by. So I mean, we wouldn't go by what your mom goes
I know,
by.
but I'm saying sometimes, like
but he does embrace like, yo, that was my grandfather.
Here's a fun little side by side of the two of them.
Who? I'm not the first. Oh, Muhammad Ali and Nico.
Yeah.
Muhammad Ali and Nico Ali. Yeah, he does sort of look Klay Thompson like.
If you see him and talking and in person, it resembles him a lot. But it's pretty cool, man. The legacy's living on. And like I said, for the first time since Ali fought, the chance of Ali and his knockout was nasty. So props, just something to look out for. That's all.
Chris hit us up.
Oh, that's cute. He's got a little butterfly on the boxing gloves,
and he also had on his trunks, his trunks this weekend. It had Nico autographed, but it was in a letter that his grandfather Muhammad Ali wrote to him.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, it's cool. They embraced the whole thing, but again, he'll be the first to say like, "Yo, man, I'm learning every fight as we go, and he's determined to continue the legacy." He said he's like obsessed with it. So I'm rooting for the kid. So Chris, that's your weekend of sports. Hope you enjoyed it.
Chris hit us up and said, I mean, we don't need to play the clip, but there's a clip that sort of defines the Cincinnati Reds season so far.
It's about
they're so bad.
They're 3-19.
Yeah, I want to see the Muffins, man.
They're 3-19. The Cincinnati Reds, awful. But there's a clip where there was 2 pop-ups in a row that they missed in foul territory, and then the third one was a pop-up that the pitcher dropped. It was like the definition
I showed you
of
this yesterday.
Yeah.
Why don't you give me credit?
If you really want credit, Covino showed me yesterday.
Just pulling the spot.
By the way, for
it's comedy. It's comedy on the baseball field.
It really is.
perfect timing to coincide with Johnny Depp and Muffins. Thomas's English Muffins now introduced muffin tops. Did you hear about that? That was on my news alerts.
I'm trying to get rid of that. That's why I'm
Did
at
you
the
hear
gym.
that?
Yeah.
Oh, muffin tops, you say?
Muffin tops, maple French toast English muffins, and muffin tops.
That looks delicious.
Sign me up.
All right, before we get into my deep thought, Spotty, can you play the clip I sent you? And it is the muffin conversation at Johnny Depp's trial that is really, they're calling it Muffin Gate because it's so ridiculous.
This better be the best clip ever.
I hope it is.
You've built it up so much now.
The question that was asked was because you brought muffins, you said, from your husband, right? You gave those to Miss Heard, correct?
May I clarify what occurred so that we can stop talking about the muffins? What happened was that I was getting ready that morning. I frequently bring muffins to the office. My husband did happen to know that there was going to be a celebrity client coming in because on the mornings that occurs, which often occurs, we have to actually clear the office and move the staff to the other office. On the one hand, he was aware of that. I was getting ready. I asked him to go to the bakery near our house and pick up the muffins for me because I was running late. He often has to do that because I often do run late. He brought the muffins back to the house. I brought them into the office. Miss Heard and I enjoyed the muffins together. I think I made a comment to her along the lines like, we can thank my husband. My husband got these for us today, meaning he purchased the muffins. We are now enjoying them because of him.
So the question...
maybe it wasn't that funny.
That was great. That was great. That was great. I love it.
If you can't walk away because you failed. No, you can't because you failed the joke. You can't because you thought something was funnier than actually. Seen that?
I've seen it, man. Seen it. Fucking
saw that.
So enjoy your NHL playoffs, your NBA playoffs.
I thought the clip I played was better.
Some great fights this weekend. Rich actually did bring up another funny clip if you want to recover from it.
No.
Like I said, comedy on the baseball field.
Yeah.
The Reds, 3 pop-ups. If you could find the Reds, Cincinnati Reds, 3 pop-ups. It's like, it's gross.
Pop-overs.
Also, again, Robbie Cano, designated for assignment. We talked about that already. So he's off the Mets. Fall from grace at its finest. And it's National Brothers and Sisters Day. So shout out to all my brothers and sisters. And my actual brothers and sisters. I don't know what that means, but happy National Brothers and Sisters Day and International Harry Potter's Day. Yeah, this is it. So hold on. Let me paint this picture. Let me set it up. The Reds are so bad. This is 3 consecutive pitches, okay? Hold on. On 3 consecutive pitches, the same batter pops up 3 times in a row. The first time, the catcher goes to catch it, and he traps the ball like against the netting, right? So
does that count?
No, it doesn't count. So that's pop-up number 1. He almost gets it. He doesn't. 3 consecutive pitches, 3 consecutive pop-ups,
Really?
which means 3 consecutive chances
So
to
if
get
you-
an out.
So if you hold it with your glove against the net, it doesn't count?
You'll see.
That's
No, it
trapping.
doesn't count. He's trapping it. Watch.
I've never heard that.
Look.
And the wind did that.
No catch.
The screen.
Pop-up number 1.
You know, that's
But
great.
it went into his glove. That's not
Pop-up
fair.
number 2. Oh,
Missed it.
Just missed it.
I don't know if the jury's going to stay upright. I don't know if I've ever seen 2 in a row.
The Muffin
Pop-up
Man.
number 3.
This
Easy
one
pop-up in the
is on
infield.
Pitcher's mound.
Oh, you guys are the worst. That's so
It all
bad.
ties together. The Muffin Man lives on Drury Lane.
So
See?
bad.
By the way, I think I found the I'm kidding. I did not find the muffin clip. It was funnier when I watched it the first time.
Did you find the muffin top when you went to the bathroom?
Jeez, yes, I did. So I had a thought yesterday that I thought was,
Dude, congrats.
it was a really good question because I think it was Sarah and I were laughing our ass off last night. I think it was sort of a high thought a little bit.
See, this is why the show's fucked up. The muffin clip and all this other shit. It's because you're fucking high when you're watching this shit. You think
Canceled.
yeah. What? See?
Yeah, can you like re-screen all your videos in the morning?
You gotta.
The muffin thing was funny.
Sure
If you saw it,
edibles.
No. If you saw it,
Rescreen once the effects wear off.
if you saw it isolated the way I saw it in another clip, the muffin shit is funny because the woman keeps going at the woman on the stand.
Isolated clip.
No, it's a different one. I'll never find it. I'm telling you. I
That's
saw the
another
funny
thing. In the moment, send a link.
Actually, the best
Just in the
alert
moment.
was that Thomas's English muffins actually innovated some shit after 1800, whatever they've been around since.
They're bringing back muffin tops.
Muffin tops. That's the best news I got out of
Introduces
this.
new muffin tops and welcomes back maple French toast.
See, John D said he backs me up. He saw the clip I'm talking about. It was really funny. We just can't find it.
What does John D know? He's probably high too when he was
Muffin
watching.
tops are described as a mess-free portable breakfast or snack option and carry a suggested price of $5.79 for a package of 6. It's almost $1 each. I'll pay $1 each for a muffin top. What happened to the bottoms?
Waste.
Where's the stumps?
Waste.
Wait a second.
It's like that thing that you can make all corner brownies. Maybe they found a way to make all muffin tops.
No, maybe they give the stumps to the homeless. Maybe they're donating all the stumps to the homeless.
Yeah. Or as Randall said on This Is Us last week, for 4 years in a row in the 90s, the Buffalo Bills lost the Super Bowl. You know what happens with those Buffalo Bills?
It's funny that they
championship shirts, they all get sent to third world countries. So in the 90s, there were tens of thousands of people in the middle of nowhere that thought the Buffalo Bills are the greatest team ever.
You know, and what's funny?
A franchise.
Not once in any of the Harry Potter books did they mention the Bills losing the Super Bowl.
Not once.
4 times in a
Not
row.
once.
I know.
Not once. No mention of Scotty Norwood once.
4 years in a row.
Let's take a
Not
phone
one
call.
Jim Kelly.
Third world countries
None.
think the Buffalo Bills won 4 years in a row.
Hello.
Heard that. Heard it.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, who's this?
What's up?
My name's Joey. I'm a new. I've been on for about a couple months on the Patreon.
Welcome, Joey.
Love the
Hey,
show.
Joey, what's up?
Hey, Joe, can I ask you a question?
What's up, brother?
What
It
made
hangs a
you
little to the left.
What made you subscribe, bro? Like, how'd you find us?
All right. Well, my Patreon is Shut Up and Refill My Popcorn account. It's because I have my own little deal, whatever. But like I subscribe mainly because of Mike Durbin, Keebler Cholo, and the After Show guys. After Show But Later guys.
Oh, nice,
They got
man.
me into
Cool.
you.
All right, well, welcome to
And
the
then-
show. We appreciate it. What's up?
No, y'all were talking about muffin tops and muffin bottoms.
Yeah.
Where do you buy that stuff? Because I just buy muffins whole.
Well, no, but now English muffin or Thomas's English muffins are now releasing just the muffin tops. I think
That's crazy.
bakeries.
The bakery cuts them in half or something?
No, I
Yo,
think
that shit's wild.
I don't know. I think I've seen like bodegas in New York. I've seen them sell just the muffin top. Maybe they use the bottom in like some sort of like crumble or like parfait or something else.
You know what I love? I love that that's what Joey's really thinking about right
3
now.
months of all the stuff we've talked about in 3 months.
That's it. Muffins.
Hey,
it hit him.
I'm
It
just
hit him
glad
right
you're
there.
here.
So coming soon in your grocery aisle,
Muffin bottoms.
Thomas's English Muffins will provide you with
Just the tops.
just the tops.
To answer his question, probably at the store, right? That's where you
Top
can
of the
find
muffin
them.
to you.
Yeah, probably
But
at the store.
I appreciate you being here, man.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you so much. Thanks for the call. Welcome to the family. And thanks to Mike Durband and the After Show, but later.
Did you see that Kim and Pete got real serious? More and more serious?
They
to the
went-
point where...
They went to the,
Oh, Kim Kardashian?
And Pete Davidson.
they went to the White House Correspondents' Dinner together.
To the fact that he now has a tattoo
Oh,
that says KNSCP, and people...
KNS, hold on. KNSCP. Oh, Kinskip.
Yeah, Kinskip.
Yeah, Kinskip.
Well, when you
That's what all the kids are saying. Kinskip. Kinskip, skip.
K, what is it?
KNSCP.
KNSCP.
That's the cool new saying. That's like abracadabra.
Kim enjoys sucking cock.
Kanye's
Of
not
Pete's.
Kanye's not slaying something pussy. Kim. No, it's apparently they're saying it stands for Kim, North, Saint, Chicago, and Psalm, which are her 4 kids. So Pete got a tattoo.
Is that their kids in order?
Yeah.
Well, then that obviously is what it
So
means.
they're saying Kim Kardashian and Pete. I mean, the guy's tatted
Imagine
from
if
head
the
to toe,
last-
but he's still got a tattoo of her kids' names on him.
Imagine if the last letter was S because he didn't know that the psalm had a silent P.
Yeah, that would have been embarrassing.
But they also, did you say they attended that dinner and there's a lot of photos posted?
Correspondence dinner.
The
Kim
White
and
House
Pete were
correspondence
the stars of the show, apparently.
Yeah. So good for them. Congrats.
So I have my high thought.
I saw a photo of Martha Stewart. I feel like she adores Pete Davidson. Maybe
She does. She actually did a whole thing on him, Spot,
Do you
honestly.
think Martha Stewart is like bone Pete Davidson at one of those roasts?
She wants to bang him next.
I think she does.
Possible.
I would.
Bring him a whole thing of muffin tops.
Martha, not Pete.
Why not both?
I feel like Martha lays it down.
So what happened when you were high?
You know the rumor is that the correspondence dinner is one of the reasons Donald Trump ran for president?
Yeah.
They say that he got mocked too many times that he's like, fuck this. And he like Seth Meyers and a lot of the liberal media mocked him too many times that he was like, I've had enough.
There's a clip of him sitting in the audience at one of the correspondence dinners.
Yeah.
Mocked.
Well,
I've had enough.
When you see Joe Biden try to deliver a joke, you realize how charismatic and what stage presence
Come on, man.
Trump and Obama both had that you're like, oh, they are actually like, they're so good at talking on the mic, Obama and Trump, that
remember how
Joe Biden trying to deliver a joke, you're like, oh yeah, that's right. Like guys like Bush and other people weren't really joke tellers.
Remember how Obama did like the mic drop
Yeah.
at the correspondent? He's like, Obama out.
Yeah.
Joe just dropped it because he couldn't hold it. He's like,
my hand.
I'm too weak.
Damn,
Come
my
on.
arthritis.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. Microphone. Come on.
So I had a deep thought that I mean I could save it unless you want to. Let's do it now or what?
No, it's okay.
I want to talk about
me. I want to talk about
I want to talk about what the best human trap would be.
What do you mean human trap?
No, I'm gonna go. No, you can't go. I'm gonna go. No, I gotta pee. No, I
You guys
can't.
are both gonna pee during my greatest deep
I'm
thought.
going to the other bathroom.
What? I'm not gonna talk to myself. I'm just gonna sit back, sip my water.
All right, fine. I'll sit here and listen to it. Is it about muffins?
Oh, but you know what? Maybe muffins would be on your list. So
muffins.
If you were to try to catch a rat, a mouse, what would you do?
Cheese, Rich.
Thank you, Spot. There's your Spot. Number one answer on the board.
I'd put a picture of you.
You'd put
Cheese. Get it?
You'd put
a picture of Rich. Get it?
Typically, like the whole joke would be like, oh, you put a piece of cheese in the mouse trap and snap, you caught the mouse or you killed the mouse.
How do you catch a leprechaun?
A pot of gold. How do you catch a mouse? We know. How do you catch a lot of wild animals? I don't know. Put out a little peanut butter, a little meat. What are you gonna do? How do you catch an animal? We know. How do you catch a human? I don't know why I thought of this.
How could you have left me during this?
And I thought about it.
Rich.
I thought about if we had to catch a human. Let's say there was a higher species.
Higher than you?
Yeah.
When you're thinking about this?
There are humans that try and catch other humans. They're called murderers.
On the Spot.
Or serial killers.
Spot.
Or kidnappers.
Spot.
This happens.
Spot. Let's say they were aliens.
You were trying to
and the aliens were trying to catch us.
Yeah.
Right?
I have to pee.
I'll tell you why I thought of this. Stay where you are.
No. I'm afraid now.
So last night, Sarah ended up getting herself a large fry at McDonald's, right?
I have a large pie, fry, large coffee.
So Sarah had a large fry. And she left the last like 10 French fries sitting on our table. And I said, I walked past it and I fucking finished them. And I said, there's no way on earth any human could walk by.
I'm glad you say things like that because
Were you high at the
Jordan
time?
thinks I'm like some sort of savage.
How prior to this happening did you have taken edible?
No, I think that's normal behavior.
No, it's normal behavior.
Fucking fries are sitting there.
So
answer my question though.
I mean, I don't know, Spot. I really don't know. Takes a while for it to kick in.
So you did take one.
So yeah, of course I did.
And who went to McDonald's?
What? Sarah did last night. Why? I didn't go last night, did it? No, I did not go last night.
You know, your kids are going to grow up saying, Mom and Dad are weird.
They go to sleep. But you make it seem like kids don't go to
How to
sleep.
trap humans. I remember one time.
Do you remember what life was like when you lived when you lived with Melody when she was? You remember what that life was like?
I still live with Melody.
But I'm saying, do you remember what
that was nice?
No, but do you remember what that life was like? Your kids go to sleep and they don't wake up. They wake up in the morning.
I forgot. Of course I remember.
Yeah, but you're like, oh, the kids are sleeping. They don't wake up.
You never had kids.
I never had kids.
They don't wake up.
You don't know. You don't understand. You never had kids.
No, but you make it like he makes it sound like he forgets what that life was like. You put your kids to sleep and they're conked out like. There are kids deep sleep.
You never had a kid wake up, and now you're talking to her about how to trap a mouse.
Never had a kid out of nightmares.
What's that talking about?
Here and there. I mean,
kids have nightmares.
I'm thinking French fries. If you were trying to catch a human with a trap, what would trap the most humans? Would it be you touch the French fry and it's like, gotcha. Like McDonald's French fries in the open. The other one I thought was, I told Sarah, I said, if you put a guy in a room and there's a ball, if there's a little mini basketball and a hoop, 10 out of 10 guys will pick up that ball and throw it in the basket.
Is there a little box with like a little stick holding it up with a string? And if I go to take something,
I think if this was a Family Feud question.
And I said, Sarah, I have another one.
All
right, top 10
McDonald's
answers.
French fries. Survey says number one answer on the board.
What would
number two is Cadbury
mini eggs.
Cadbury
mini
eggs.
Cream, yeah.
Because what human could resist those?
No. So I said, Sarah, I go,
pizza.
What would be?
Pizza would be on
it's
the
not
board.
it's not just food. I said, Sarah, if you wanted to trap
a donut,
if you wanted to trap if you wanted to set a human trap.
Well, I think you know what I think.
You put French. Let's say there was a cage that came down.
Cupcake.
Right.
What am I eating?
French fry, hot French fries with a
muffin
little
top.
What are you eating at the work kitchen?
Hold on.
What are you eating in the work kitchen?
I'm sorry. What are you saying?
What are you eating in the work? Like when there's free food in the work kitchen at work,
Yeah.
the office kitchen.
Yeah.
In the office kitchen.
You can't resist
What can't you resist?
A donut.
A donut. Did you ever see this clip's been floating around? Did you see this? Where someone bought a box of Krispy Kreme donuts, emptied it out, bought one of those vegetable trays, put the vegetable tray inside the Krispy Kreme box, and then put it in the kitchen, and then they filmed everyone opening it like with disappointment. Did you see that?
I did not. Send it to me. I'll give you a fist bump emoji.
You know what the worst part about your story is, Rich? Like, we see a plate and there's food on it, so we eat it. Like, for all we know, like Jordan put it in her mouth. She's like, yeah, and she put it back on the plate, and I ate it all anyway.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's the downside. Because someone's asking, who eats random fries that aren't theirs? Zush asks that question.
I had top
the
three.
answer is me and Rich.
I had top three answers on the board, and I want to see if you disagree.
I think McDonald's fries.
When you want to say, if you wanted to say, if you were an alien, if you were
How do we trap these humans?
if you wanted to trap a human, the same way you would trap a mouse with a piece of cheese in a mousetrap. If you want to trap a human, I think you leave a display of McDonald's French fries on a plate, and every single person would go over and be like, "Oh, what's going on here?" I think if you left a ball, a football or a basketball with a hoop, every guy would be like, "Oh." Eventually, you'd go over to it and touch it. A ball. So a ball, French fries, and the other one, I said, no way. If there was a little window, there was a sign above it, and it said, "Look in here."
No one says the phrase "little window" more than Rich.
I know.
You're the league leader.
I know.
I swear, it's like a weird stat. In the world, there's actual like people at Home Depot don't say "little window."
I know
as much as you do.
People that work for.
I have a question. What constitutes a little window to you? Like the one in your bathroom?
It's just amazing how often he says that.
What's a great window company? Like, what's the expensive ones?
I couldn't think of it. That's why I said
Anderson
doors and windows.
Yeah, like people they don't even say little windows.
Don't say it as often as you do. It's so wild.
So number three would be if there was a little window and a sign above it that said, "Look here for boobs." Like every guy would be like,
done.
So how would you trap a human?
Like so.
Look here for boobs.
Glory hole.
Look here for boobs.
What?
A plate of McDonald's fries and a random like football or basketball or something for a guy could not resist touching.
I don't think you understand what a glory hole is.
I do. But if you saw one, you're like,
what?
How about if there was like just a steel drum playing? I want to see what's going on.
Yeah, but a lot of people wouldn't touch the steel drum, so you wouldn't walk up to it. But like, what would you walk
if there
up?
was just some dude playing.
What could you not mind your own business with? If you were if an alien was trying to trap a human,
cupcake,
a cupcake,
a donut.
I think McDonald's fries are really the most
and
addicting.
a slice of pizza.
Because I joked with Sarah. Sarah left like 10 French fries out, and I said to her, "I go, if this was like a human trap, like I don't know who would like." like you walk past and like someone left fries.
Somebody said chips and salsa. That's a great one.
Not everybody loves chips. Not everybody loves chips and salsa.
You put chips in, like when we went to Vegas. We
As
went to
the
Javier's.
meme goes, you don't know how little willpower you have until you get chips and salsa at a restaurant.
When we sat
Most
down at
people,
Javier's, I polished off by myself 2 full bowls of chips and 2 full bowls of salsa.
Oh, same here, Spot. There was
by myself.
Jesus, you ain't kidding.
You know what a glory hole means.
If you saw a sign that said free titties, you're like, oh. What does that mean?
Does it mean free them or does it mean they're for free?
If it was like, look here for
No,
titties.
if it was like like you see a neon sign just said titties. Like, what? Titties.
Oh, here's a better question.
You'd probably follow that and be trapped by aliens.
No, we got another one.
Let's say all 3 were in the room. Let's say there was a plate of pastries, donuts and cookies and shit, 1 thing of McDonald's fries, and a little window that said, look here for titties. And you can only go one direction.
I'd need that flashing neon light, like a cartoon.
Where would you go of those 3 things?
I would just
like eat at
assume-
Joe's.
Titties. Look here for titties. French fry plate. Donuts and pastry plate.
It's the dumbest thought ever, but I'm playing along and I love it. I do. I think French fries.
How would you set a human trap?
French fries. French fries. And to answer Mark's question, yes, I guess Jordan has lived with other men before. I guess, and I guess they didn't eat her French fries. I don't fucking know because she thinks I'm Randy, Ben, and Fred.
Did you say the hot sign at a Krispy Kreme? What would be more appealing to you? The hot sign at a Krispy Kreme neon sign, or a titties neon sign?
I know what it is. You know,
I know. I
Hot
figured
sign
out
at a
the
Krispy
human.
Kreme or
no.
titties neon sign?
They just pump the smell of Auntie Anne's and Cinnabons. And you're like, Cinnabon?
We got another one.
What if it was all right? So wait, another human trap is Auntie Anne or Cinnabon samples?
Scents.
Oh, what about
No, just the
samples?
scent.
What if it was a woman with an Auntie Anne sample tray? And she just stood there. You'd be like,
yeah, but that scent pulls you like Pepe Le Pew. You're like, I smelled pretzels.
Hey, what about money? A lot of people are saying money. Like
Money trap?
Just like
on a fishing line?
Even a fucking.
Let's get him with the Benjamins.
Gotta be quicker than that.
ooh, a little bag of money.
And top 5 answers on the board.
What is that?
Yeah, but money might be too suspicious. Like, wow, what's going on? Yeah, what?
There's a string attached to that.
Yeah, what's going on there?
I think the smell of Auntie Anne's. I'll be like, it smells like this. It smells. Is that Auntie Anne's or Cinnabon? What's
I'm
going
thinking
on?
like, all right,
is
if
it
you're
Cinnabon or Cinnabon?
if you are like, I'm trying to figure out what to do with these bunnies in my house. We have a family of bunnies.
Oh, you almost had it. You gotta be quicker than that.
Having insurance.
That's a favorite.
I'm telling you, it's
$1. I'd reach for that any day.
Like, I'm trying to figure out how to get these bunnies from under my house out.
You know,
a family of bunnies living in my house.
They come out and they go out like under the fence. You've seen that, right?
Yeah.
The other fence. Plug the fence when they go out.
Yeah, but Spot, I think they keep going in under my house and then they come out and chill. Then they go under my house.
No, they go under the. I saw them go under.
I know,
the
but what I'm
fence
saying
here.
is
underneath.
I know, but
block that.
But then they come back. They'll
Not if
find a
it's
way
blocked.
back.
Life finds a way, Rich.
I'm just saying. So I can't figure a way to catch bunnies. But
now
I'm thinking
you got
if
it in my head that
if it was humans,
wait, is this
gotta be quicker
extra
than that.
food or is this an alien trap? So it'll make me think twice.
Yeah, because I'm thinking to myself like
Now,
if it was-
now I have reasons
it's
to.
easier.
I'm like, Jordan's gonna hate me. Number 1. Number 2 is gonna get me fat. Number 3,
it's easier.
It could be a fucking alien.
It's easier to catch a human than it is to catch a bunny.
You got to catch the bunny.
I gotta figure out. I'm like, how do I catch this bunny people try to catch mice or rats in their house. Easier to catch a human.
You ever try to catch a chicken?
the bunny.
Exactly. You ever try to catch a chicken?
catch it, and then you shove it up your ass.
I'm telling you,
I don't want to shove it up my ass.
that's what you're gonna do.
Yeah, I'm trying to be.
You're gonna catch the chicken and you're gonna shove it up your ass.
I don't know why you want me to do that, man.
If you can catch a chicken, you can catch grease lightning.
I don't like John Travolta, you know.
So, just a reminder: we as humans would be the easiest thing to catch, but if aliens were trying to catch us.
So dumb. That's the dumbest thought.
Auntie Anne.
It's not that bad. It's a good thought.
Auntie Anne samples.
I like it.
A sign that says,
Yeah, what would
"Look here for
what would be
titties."
yours? A gordita crunch.
Honestly, a Taco Bell bag. we could easily Costco samples. People are saying all types of things.
It depends, but I think like you have to
caramel delights.
You have to like, what are you trying to catch? Like, you're trying to catch like fucking Nimrods, like garage sale.
All right,
what's going on?
If I had a cage,
Like, it depends who you're trying to capture.
If I had
really.
a Nick
That's the
cage,
thing.
if I had a cage hanging from the ceiling that would drop on you, and I'm like, how could I lure Covino over? Let's say in the corner over here.
Who are you trying to lure?
Hold on.
That's
if
the
there
question.
was if there was a cage that could trap someone in the corner behind you,
I got it.
How could I get Covino going there?
You said
Pork rinds?
people originally, so people would be French fries.
Pork rinds, Kirkland bars, and bitchin' sauce.
Love all that.
Honestly,
I
no.
love bitchin' sauce.
No,
man.
honestly,
you don't know how much I eat bitchin'
trap
sauce.
a Covino?
Yeah,
with,
but even
with pork rinds,
carrot
bitchin'
chips.
sauce.
No, but Spot, it would.
And
You
Kirkland
could,
bars.
you could catch it with bad food because he'd want to just look at it, but no, he can't eat it. Like if you put behind Covino in that corner, like no joke, a little table
And a photo of Derek
with a
Jeter.
couple donuts on it, he'd immediately be like, "Oh, what's going on over there?" Trap cage on him. Yo, Covino in the corner. Yo, there's a football. He'd immediately go over and pick it up and be like, "Oh, trapped." Hey, look here for titties. What's going on there? Oh, trapped.
Titties.
I think the number one answer on the board, though, is McDonald's, to be specific. McDonald's French fries.
But they have to be piping hot.
Piping hot McDonald's French fries.
hot.
So, human trap. I'm glad I thought of that last night.
There you go. No, it's good. I like it.
Because when I walked to the kitchen, I walked past. She had the leftover fries on Ben's little high chair. I'm like, "You didn't finish your fries?" And I'm like, "Who does it?" And I'm thinking to myself, "You could trap any human being with French fries."
Hey, what happened to Rich? Oh, he was trapped by aliens.
Yeah, human trap.
Hope he's doing okay.
Nice knowing him. He's gone.
I just wanted some
Alien.
French fries.
Aliens took him.
As the aliens.
Look here
Took
for
him away.
titties. Oh, got him again. Cut another bozo.
All right. So, hey, that's a good one.
For Covino, a guitar and a pick.
Well, no one appreciates my rockin' ways. Oh.
That should be the title of your book.
Yeah.
Nobody appreciates my rockin' ways by Steve Covino.
But I say rock on. And what's the rest of the week look like, Rich?
The rest of the week looks like
fun
times.
May the 4th be with you, like we said, if we don't see you. Lots of fun. Got Cinco de Mayo coming up. Big fiesta. Get your gritos ready.
If you're looking for Covino, he'll be eating tacos in Sherman Oaks.
Yeah, I'll be doing, by myself.
By himself.
Because Jordan doesn't really like Mexican food. She has a lot of great qualities. That's not one of them.
She doesn't like the beach and Mexican food.
Yeah,
Other than that, she's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But I would say,
but she had fun in Mexico.
I would say, no, but I'm saying based on
great time,
based on
Right?
Covino's likes, there's two things that I bet you if he could change two things about Jordan, it would be her unlove of Mexican food.
Yes,
and
I would,
and the fact that she doesn't like the beach.
She's so white. But she could be less white. Like me, I'm super white. I burn easily.
She doesn't like tacos or the beach. He's LA Playa by La Playa, and he's taco boy.
Like continued sun exposure. Like if you saw it, like, look at this.
Eventually your red turns tan, right, Spot?
Yeah, you see that white strip? That's my tank top tan. But I like my arms.
Oh my God, you're so burnt.
See that?
Yeah.
That white strip right there.
You should take off your shirt and just wear a white tank top. Oh wait, no, that's your torso.
Like, see that right there? That white strip. There's my shoulder from wearing tank tops. There's the white strip of the tank top, and then there's the rest of my.
Nice.
And it goes down to like here.
Sexy.
Great demo, Spot.
Ratings, man. Ratings.
Gold.
So
This is what people pay for. They pay for the visuals.
no, the rest of the week, because I know it's a little bit of a complex week with your mom and everything.
So we do a regular show tomorrow.
Okay, so tomorrow, writing this down, tomorrow we'll be here.
Tomorrow
so
we'll be
don't
here.
complain when you don't hear the.
So tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
regular show.
Nice.
Now, Wednesday and Thursday,
Yeah.
there will be shows. One of them will be a pre-recorded show, new content, a new show that we're probably going to record today.
Yep. So something you've never seen before. So new content on
Yeah,
Wednesday.
so a new show on Wednesday or Thursday, depending on when Spot wants to roll it.
Okay.
Roll it. And the other day, I'm guessing you guys want to do, just you guys rolling solo?
And I also want to play a Behind the Velvet Rope that not everybody gets to see, right? So, guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing this May. If you want to help support the show, tell your friends to subscribe. Now's a good time, a great time.
Now
we
is
got
the
tier
perfect
2
time.
and tier 2 plus. Remember, with older content, new interviews, old interviews that you haven't heard before. So again, please subscribe accordingly. Check me out on Lithium later today. I'll be on Lithium all week. That's channel 34 on SXM. And of course, every night on Boneyard. Our Behind the Velvet Ropes on Patreon. And if you missed us this weekend, you can foxsportsradio.com.
You can, on Thursday, just watch Covino, see how many tacos you can eat within a 2-hour period.
Oh, your taco challenge, right? Haven't you done that?
Taco challenge.
So yeah, there'll be new shows.
Or is it an alien trap?
There'll be oh my God. Bowl of guacamole, tableside guac with a bowl of chips.
Now you're gonna I'm
alien
gonna
trap.
rethink everything now. Like,
oh wow. Oh, or is it an alien trap?
Oh my God, Jordan left all this icing in that bowl for no reason? Or is it a trap? By the way, that's something I can't resist. Like like when women are making a cake, because only women do that.
I constantly make cakes.
And women and Spot.
The batter?
But when they leave the batter there, the icing is just sitting there. Like, you gonna lick the blender? Because I want to do that.
There's egg in there.
Can I get the spatula too? Yeah, it doesn't matter. Rocky Balboa eats eggs. So I don't see a problem with that.
No, it's a trap. Oh!
If you watch,
the aliens got me again.
Watch my recent Behind the Velvet Rope of me making red velvet cupcakes.
Yeah.
I licked the bowl at least 10 times.
Is this a Netflix show? Like, is it a trap?
Is it a trap?
Like, Covino really wants to eat all the extra icing from Jordan's cupcakes.
I'm gonna go eat it right now.
Or is it a trap?
Fucking cage comes down. Aliens start probing you. I knew it.
We got so many ideas.
Damn.
Is it a trap? Another show that won't ever happen.
The Human Trap coming soon to Hulu. Yeah, Netflix is cutting budget, so it'll be on Hulu.
There's a bowl of edibles right there. Rich looks enticed. Wasn't a trap. You got lucky.
I know.
I'm starting to feel dumb.
All right, anyway.
All right. Well, hey, this new show's all week. It just little mixed up of the schedule because of my
But
travels.
that's the show. What's the show like? Be Curtain 1, 2, or 3? What show is that?
Let's make a deal.
Yeah. So in this show, right?
One of them's a trap.
One of them's a trap, but they're all three enticing things.
Ooh.
Like, you get
French fries, donuts, or titties.
And you're like, what's Rich gonna do?
I'm gonna go for the donut.
And then he's hoisted, and the aliens get, and he's hoisted up by the aliens. Fuck. See? That's how the game works. And then if you pick the right thing, you continue.
Rock on.
There you go. See?
By the way, these are the good
Genius.
traps that would put someone in the pain cave that they'd have to get out of.
Now it's getting
And
confusing. Thank you,
now the
Caleb.
show's a little too
All right, now we've gone too far. Have a great rest of your Monday, great rest of the week. Enjoy your NBA playoffs, your winning time. Catch up on that. Better Call Saul. All things we'll be talking about.
All right, and we'll see you guys live tomorrow. Until then, arrivederci, baby.
See you in the promised land.
Goodbye.